Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mark of Red Moon. My name is Wild, my pronouns are they, them, and you can find me on all of my socials at Wild. This D&D series is a dark fantasy adventure into the world of Ares, so some moments may be a little intense. You've been warned. Also joining us on this epic quest is my lovely group of players down here. I'd like to introduce you to them now. Say hello, Pyronaynia.
Hi everybody, I'm Pyronaynia, she, her. I am a concept artist and illustrator, and you can find me on most social media platforms as Pyronaynia or on Instagram as Pyronaynia Draws. And I'm going to be playing Helix Asar.
Hello, I am Chantilly. I am an artist, and if you'd like to follow me over on Instagram, it is Chantilly_Chateau, and I play Inari Pascal.
And hi, I'm Panthera, the Feralwood Witch. My pronouns are she, they. I make educational witchcraft content on pretty much all social media platforms, and you can find me there at Panthera, the Feralwood Witch, or at Feralwood Farm. Today, I'll be playing Riley Renwood.
Absolutely wonderful. Definitely go and follow them. They are the best people in the world. And hopefully you're tuning in with us live on Twitch to see the uncensored version. Ooh. But if you're watching on YouTube or via the podcast on the go, I hope you have a wonderful time with us. But without further ado, let us dive back in to our grand and epic quest. Where we last left off in our journey, the party had just come back from the Makari Wilds, having saved the day in the Fey realm. Upon returning and trying to find a moment's peace, they were not so lucky and were not granted that moment. Helix received a letter from her former master and tutor, declaring her an enemy of the public and that she should no longer think of him as a master anymore. Some flirtation happened at the tavern. Some interrogation of a skull. The town had been sieged by an orc raid. So much is going on. And as the party left the inn for the next day, they spied two emissaries from Wisterim. And that is where we left off last time. So jumping back in, fleeing, jumping back in, you have just left town square, and you're down one of the many alleyways in the market district, basically. Barnaby has kind of offered you his cloak, which he pulls out from his illusory self, seemingly out of nowhere, and then puts it over you.
Thank you, Barnaby.
Of course. What is our next move? Where should we go?
We should get the horses and get on the road, right?
The horses
We gotta get out
that
here.
way.
Oh yeah, we would have to cross them to get to the horses.
Why don't we
You all
split
can
up?
go, I
Why
can
don't
wait
two
here.
of you? Well, you're not going alone.
It's been a
For
day.
sure.
Helix, you can always turn invisible. Just
Yes,
How
I'll be
about
alright.
Alex and Barnaby? You guys go together. You can both change your appearances. And me and
Okay.
Inari will go get the horses, and we'll meet you guys outside of town, the southeast entrance.
Okay.
Or southwest entrance.
all right. Where should
Sounds
we go?
Just get right outside of town, go like a half mile, and we'll meet you there.
Walk a couple blocks down, and yeah, just
All right.
exit.
All right.
Hide in the tree line, maybe.
Yeah, tree line.
We have
Just
to
we'll
climb a
catch up to you.
tree?
We'll have the horses.
Fine.
All right. I must. Helix, let's go.
Just make sure you have view of the road so you can call to us.
All right. Helix and Barnaby make their way down the street. Inari, as you're walking, you hear a familiar voice hail you down. Oh!
Not now.
My dear, have you been to the store yet?
Hey, no, I have not been yet.
I got a meat pie for you in here. I tried something new for you.
No, thank you. I will come for it later, but keep it warm for me.
It's warm now, my dear. Just step on in.
That's good. I can't. Not now.
Okay.
And then I'll walk.
Yeah, I'll kind of hook Inari's
Yeah.
arm and pull him away.
All right, sure. You guys walk back into the square. All right, the square is bustling with commerce. You see all of the stalls trading. The two people in the regalia of Wisterim have just kind of finished speaking with the guard and have started perusing the stalls.
I'll just speed walk to the stables if
I'll
you're
follow,
with
yeah.
me.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, yeah.
Okay. As you are walking out of town, Riley, you also are kind of like not yelled at like Inari was, but are kind of like tapped on the shoulder as you're walking away. If you would like to stop, you can, but you've been tapped on the shoulder.
I'm definitely gonna see who it is.
It is
Somebody's getting in my personal space.
It's
I'm gonna take notice too, yeah.
It is Captain Reeves.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I was just wondering if you had returned from the bandit quest.
Not yet. We were on another mission, but it's still on my list. Don't you worry.
I see. Did you need assistance or?
Perhaps. I'll let you know if we're gonna probably scout it out, and I'll let you know if we end up needing anything. If we think we can't handle it on our own. But I'm
my
pretty
office is open for you. Where's the rest of your group?
Oh, I don't have a group.
Oh, all right. Well, safe travels then, I suppose.
Yeah, you as well.
All right. He goes back into his office.
I'll just keep going.
You don't have a group?
Inari, there are people here looking for Helix. Why would I tell them where she is?
Oh no, that is smart. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Let's go. Let's go. It's fine.
I don't know who they talked to. I'm not giving out any enemy information right now.
No, that makes sense. That makes
I came in
total
here
sense.
alone, so.
Yeah, you're leaving alone, as far as they know.
As you're standing next
Got
to
it.
another person, you're like, I don't have a group. All right. You head to the stable and see your horses there.
Okay, go ahead, grab
Yeah,
them.
we grab the
Mount
horses.
up.
All right.
Pay whoever we need to pay. We gotta pay.
Pay what
I
you
assume
need to
something.
pay. Yeah, you throw a copper to the guy.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. And
Course.
let's go.
All
And
right.
we will take whatever way we can move more quickly on horses through the town. So not through the market square. Like if we can go like around the perimeter or even like on the outside. I'm assuming there's some sort of an exterior way we could cut across.
So you can go around
whatever
the
way we
perimeter.
can move fastest with the horses. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It would probably be fastest to go around outside.
Right.
Say again.
We can get all three horses. So like I'll tow Helix's along with
Yeah,
me.
you strap it up. Yeah, for sure. All right, you make it outside and to where Barnaby and Helix are. Barnaby's just kind of standing behind the tree. He didn't want to climb.
Barnaby, thank you for helping me. You don't have to, but I appreciate you.
Of course. I'll do what I can. You helped me.
Yes, and I'm sorry if maybe we weren't really welcoming you warmly, you know. There was a lot of... we had just fought some skeletons and whatever. I appreciate you, Barnaby.
I understand your biases at the time, and I forgive you. It did hurt, but I've grown past that.
Well, thank you.
Barnaby's been drinking his milk.
He's got the vitamin D. Strong bones.
Aw.
Okay, yeah, we'll
I
hide.
think I see them now. You guys approach. Who goes there? I'm just a tree.
I'm a bush.
Okay.
Funny.
Tim.
Hurry up.
Yeah, what are you doing?
All right. Barnaby and Helix mount Ava Perone. And-
Oh, yeah, he has to ride with me. I forgot.
Yes. All right.
Come on, giddy up, Riley Jr.
Mr. Metropolis. Come on, a real mission. Let's do it.
He whinnies in response. You guys head down the trail.
Yeah.
All right. This trail leads you to the Crossroads, which you're familiar with. And then on the way out, you see one more person shouting at you. You hear, Riley!
I think it's for you, right?
Jeez. You guys keep going. I'll catch up and I'll turn off, I guess, a little bit.
All right.
We'll like.
It's Henry, right?
You see Henry Midarn on horseback shouting for you.
Hey, Henry, where are you headed?
I was. Damn. Sorry.
Hey, I got -2 charisma. It's gotta come out somehow.
Perfect.
So
That
flat.
was
Hey,
perfect.
Henry.
That was so perfect.
Where are you headed?
Okay, hold on.
Where are you headed?
Riley, I was just trying to. I didn't know you were leaving.
Yeah, something came up and we gotta head out of town real quick.
You're always welcome to stay at the ranch if you need. I'll keep you hidden if you need. I got an attic too.
Appreciate it, Henry. I think it's best right now if we just get out of the area as quickly as we can. It shouldn't be forever, just short. But if anybody asks, I'm still in town.
All right. I'll do exactly that. And just so
Yeah.
you know, I'll have a little bit more room in the house now. So if you wanna stay anytime, you're welcome. All right.
Okay. I don't have much time to chat, but you're welcome.
I'm
to
sorry.
Send me a letter if you want to talk about it.
I don't know what I was thinking coming here. I'm sorry. Safe travels. I'll keep your secret.
All right. Have a good one, Henry. We'll see you shortly.
Make a perception check.
Oh. First roll. Ah, I'm not ready.
You turn around. He's got
Using
a knife.
sight.
He's got a knife.
I'm
It's
working
Caroline.
with the
Caroline.
She's like coming up with an axe.
gods.
She's like, what do you mean the house is empty?
That is a 10.
I'm not here.
What did you roll?
A 10.
Oh, why did the dice show up? A 10. Yeah, you see that he looks really sad as he is riding away. And also, you can see him blushing with embarrassment. All right, and you turn back around and meet up with your friends.
Time for that right now.
Everything
Your marital issues are not my main concern.
Everything all right, right?
He wasn't married.
Yeah, it's fine. I think that Henry's having a bit of loneliness issues, but that isn't really my problem to deal
Did he
with.
come with us? I mean, you know.
No.
Okay.
I mean, do you think that's smart where we're heading and what we're being chased by?
I mean, that's whatever he wants.
I know
don't
one
know
thing.
if she's very tactful in the ways
Henry-
of the heart.
Is not a fighter.
We'll
I
get
mean,
to there
okay, you know
eventually,
him better
probably.
than I do. We don't have to. If you do not want him to come, then we
I
do
mean,
not
y'all
have to
know how
let him.
dangerous the past couple days are. I ain't bringing along anybody who doesn't need to be here.
No, I wouldn't.
Word.
I
Okay.
wouldn't recommend it. No, unless
Yeah.
he suddenly became an adventurer. overnight.
Absolutely
dying
not,
on me
unless he
again.
was your one true love.
I don't think.
Yeah, no, we would have to if he was then, because we
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Barnaby, when'd you get so sassy?
I've always been this way.
I guess you have.
Nothing is new.
But usually it's more of like a jab at me, not like
Well, I'll have you know, now that we're in less danger, no, we're still in dangerous circumstances.
oh no, they're behind us, and Riley starts riding faster.
I ride the horse hard.
Whoa!
When you say that,
Alex!
I take off.
I wasn't holding on!
And that would be an
Hold on to your
auto
bones,
failed
Barnaby.
deception if anybody
do I
were
do
to
that?
roll.
Oh my god, how do I hold on to my bones? Alright.
Just keep them in your rib cage.
Doesn't make sense! Alright. You guys ride your horses off into the daylight. Yeah, so a couple hours go by on the trail. It's about a day or two out to get to Multhieris, as it is near the coast. At some point you may want to stop and make camp. But so far it's been pretty safe on the roads. No sign of anything. You've seen a couple caravans go by, some traders. If you'd like to purchase anything from the caravans or the traders, you totally can. Is there anything shopping you want to do real quick? Stock up on anything?
No, I think if
I
we,
can get us all food as long as we stop with enough time to rest each night.
And
Cool.
I have rations if for whatever reason you cannot do that.
Okay, yeah, I
And
got some
I
backup
don't
as
need
well.
to eat.
Oh, lovely.
You guys,
Cheap date.
I wouldn't say that. You all ride you ride off until the moon hits your eye like a. It is nighttime.
I'll
Yeah.
say once it starts getting dark, we'll start looking for a camp, so we still have like some light, I guess,
Sure.
to be able to.
Go ahead,
to find
roll
somewhere.
survival. Pizza pie, that's
That's
amore.
18.
18, very nice. You see several good spots. There's like a little clearing in the woods. Nearby there's like some hills. You could probably find a camp near there. There is like a stream as well. Lots of good places.
By the water would be fine. Off the road, distant enough where we could mostly hide our fires. We could safely like have a fire. That would be cool.
Yeah. So you follow this kind of like little nature trail off into the woods a little bit near a stream. That's pretty, secluded. Totally. And you set up camp.
All right. Y'all want to get firewood? I'm gonna go look for some food, and we can regroup back here within the hour.
Yes,
All
I
right.
can collect the fires.
I can sit right here. So-
Don't worry about it, Barnaby. Me and Inari will get the wood.
Oh, trust me, I wasn't worried at all.
Okay, yeah. We'll arm in arm go get some wood.
Yeah.
Right. La, la, la. Yeah, you guys collect wood. You, Riley, you can make another survival check for me to capture some prey. I'd say with advantage as well.
So with Wander, I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each
Period.
day, as
Yeah.
long as the land offers it.
It's offering it, so you find some food. All right. You find a couple like little, small birds and things, and mushrooms and berries of all sorts. You could also catch fish as well.
That's what I was gonna
continuously.
say. I was like, can I like inspect the stream to see if there's good fish stock in it?
Yeah, you see good fish stock.
Also, fishing with Helix after we've like set up camp. We've got some extra time before nightfall. I'll go fishing with Helix.
Okay.
I enjoy good fishing. I'll come over as well.
Right.
I hate
All right.
fishing. I will
Well,
play my
why
flute.
don't you play some music for us? Yeah.
That sounds lovely. Dinner and a show. It's just like home. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use a spear fishing technique that I'm familiar with.
Okay. Everybody roll a d20 to see if you catch a fish.
Okay, cool. Any modifier? Or is it just
I roll
the
my
dice?
performance?
Just the dice,
Performance
d20. Yeah, you can roll your performance. Damn.
It's a 5 for me.
I rolled a
Helix,
10.
Helix, you throw a spear of wood that I assume you just found into the water, and immediately a fish kind of like shakes at the end and then kind of slumps over. Both Riley and Barnaby have not gotten any nibbles.
Good catch, Helix.
I think the
Where'd you learn to
stream
do
is
that?
broken.
Yes, it's the stream that did it, and I'll go collect my fish.
A very sumptuous fish.
Mhm. But at least it will add a bit of variety to whatever Riley
Yes.
was able to find earlier.
I love a good spread, I do enjoy that I can smell the food. Maybe I'll masticate it just to feel like my old self,
Sure.
A little chew.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable, Barnaby.
Yes.
Nothing, but we'll see.
Sometimes food isn't just about eating. Sometimes it's about the experience of eating
Yes.
it. So
And the company with which you eat it with.
yes, you would feel left out if you didn't enjoy this meal with us. So even if it's wasted on the ground, it's fine.
We've
Certainly
got
so.
extra. So.
All right. Well, I'll just make sure to remove my pants.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
It took
Maybe don't like.
it took
eat
several
it either.
hours. Took several hours to get those moonshine
Maybe we
stains
could
out.
just dip you in the stream.
I
after,
don't
so you're
think
not
you.
sticky.
I would request to not be
Inari's
dipped.
gonna stop playing his flute and say, "Keep your pants on, Barnaby."
But then I cannot
And then
eat
keep playing.
Inari.
I mean, it's just bones.
I'm just picturing a full ass skeleton.
Bones that I do not want to see.
We're all sitting around the fire with a full ass skeleton.
I just
In a
picture Barnaby
cloak.
like standing up and like dropping his pants, and then Nari just like. Woof.
The impropriety.
Do I offend? You act as though you've never
Nothing-
seen bones before.
Nothing I haven't seen before, Barnaby. You're fine.
My bones are quite handsome, I think. All right.
They're bones.
All right. Well, pretty good. You guys enjoy your dinner, and Barnaby puts his pants back on. Are there?
I'm opening my eyes now.
Oh, very nice. You
You
played
ate the meal with your eyes closed.
you played the flute quite impressively with no vision.
That's very possible. I don't know. That's a thing.
All right. Well, I don't play any instruments, so excuse me.
Most instruments you have to play without looking because you're usually looking at the music if you have any.
Yeah.
I suppose that makes sense. I mean, I've been to
Or
the symphony.
You
but-
know.
Yeah, so they got those music stands, so they gotta look at that, not what they're playing.
As the camp kind of winds down and everybody has finished eating, you guys begin to, get ready for the evening. Helix?
I think like when we're as a group or when people are like aware of Helix, she's trying to be upbeat and like, haha, keeping the energy light. But once everybody starts winding down for bed, I think that like that smile kind of falls off of her face. And like she starts to gear turn about like things are happening, how things are kind of falling apart again. And like about her mentor. And I think she will pull out that letter again and look over it and really look over it and realize that some of the letters are like spelled wrong or like just weirdly capitalized, and we'll just sort of maybe there's something more to this, and we'll write down all the capital letters and just to herself be like, I'll help you go to Hopperin? Where's Hopperin? And then as she keeps like looking through this piece and like looking at the misspelled things or where the drop letters are, she'll see that there's another message there that says, go to Hubris. Go to Hubris? I'll help you. Go to Hopperin. And I think she'll put the letter back.
Great job. Yeah. You fully decoded this letter and have revealed that perhaps your master is still your master.
Yeah, but there is still a part of her that's like, this could be a trap still,
For sure.
So I don't know if she's like, I want to run to this, like, oh my goodness.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
With caution.
Mhm.
Hopefully a
little bit of hope.
A little bit of
A little
hope.
bit of
Yeah, like a little bit of hope. You put the
So
letter
that
back
small,
in your
a
pack.
little bit of a small dragon smile comes back.
All right. Anybody else? All right. Everybody just roll a base perception check. For me, sights and sounds, everything, as each of you take watch. And then you can tell me the order in which you do.
Okay.
I'll take first watch
first
unless
watch.
somebody. Oh, you want
Oh,
first watch? Then I'll
sure,
let you do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
Okay.
14.
All right.
I'll go second then.
Cool
With a
beans.
And I guess
23.
I'll go last.
All right. Let me roll for Barnaby as well.
We're all saying
Nat 1. Okay.
Astro.
Where would you like Barnaby to go in the lineup?
Helix, she said you're last, so Barnaby would be third.
All right. So Riley's up first. Or no, Inari's up first. Yeah. Inari's up first with a 14. You sit by the fire, which has gotten a little bit dimmer as everybody sleeps, and watch the woods. Occasionally you'll see like a small woodland creature run by, and beside that, nothing else. And you throughout the night you go on to take your turns. Yeah. By the time it gets to Helix's turn, Helix, you wake up without being woken up by Barnaby, and as you look around, you see that he is fully asleep during his watch.
Oh my. I look around to make sure that there's nothing else, like a beast or like an ambush of guards or something.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
A second one.
Yes. I'm making
Actually-
up for his lax roll.
Actually,
Yeah.
Pot, make an investigation check.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm looking intensely. This Barnaby. 12.
Each of you have lost 1 gold.
What kind of those? What kind of? Who just takes 1 gold?
Well, technically it's 4 gold, but
Altogether, yeah. Who
distribute
just
it.
takes 4 gold? It must have been a very small thief. Yeah, the wild. I'm so mad. Then I stop being mad because it's only 1 gold.
You finish up your watch as the sun begins to rise, and yeah. All right.
The first 5 minutes is spent cursing Barnaby's name, and then I'm like, and then I finish my watch.
You hear him snoring as you do.
Just snoring while they took our money. I can't believe it.
What does snoring sound like when someone doesn't have a mouth?
It sounds like how his voice, sounds like a normal
yeah.
voice. You know what I mean? It's almost
That's
like
true.
his voice has been pre-recorded and is just coming out of a magical speaker, basically.
Oh yeah, when he breathes in, his ribs go up, and then as he goes, they like rattle down.
The marimba.
He's like like a marimba xylophone. Oh my god. I don't know about all that. But the next day begins. And you guys pack up camp and head back onto the road. You travel for several more hours until you make your way to Multhieris. Just on the outside of town, you see a beautiful harbor. The water kind of comes into town just a little bit. Like there's a little bit of like streams with like not a full canal, but like around like the entrance of or like the harbor area. You can see a little bit of water coming into the town. You see several boats docked and also out like at sea, either coming in or going away. And the town is kind of on multi-levels. Like you see like different areas are raised higher with like this beautiful stone marbling. Everything is like the vibe is very Mediterranean, a little bit Venetian. It's very beautiful. After kind of surveying the land, you all begin to walk towards the entrance to
Before
town.
we get up close, I would like to like halt the group or pause us.
Sure.
Now, we're here to find out what the Malachite has to do with this, right? That's our lead while we're here. I think just knowing that we might be being followed a little bit, let's be wary of that. Maybe use different names if we have to, or I don't know, Helix, if you've got any way of not being as recognizable as you usually are. But in general, now would be a good time to wear an alternative outfit or whatever we've got.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can always wear my cloak.
I'm still wearing Barnaby's cloak. And when she says that, I will, from my stuff, pull out a mask that I draw down over my face, and half of it is gold and half of it is black. And this is like a plague doctor mask, but it's like made for a dragon snout, so it's like longer.
Ooh, twinsies!
Looks like
like a bird.
Maybe a little bit, but I wear this usually around the sick, but it will do for covering my face. And I will try to keep a low profile. I don't want to cause you guys any trouble, but
Nonsense.
And I just want to make sure that people aren't.
We just keep a low profile.
Be as safe as we can. Be as safe as we
Nothing wrong
can.
with that.
Prepare for the best.
I don't have an alias.
Prepare for the worst.
Should we go by Fae names?
What, introduce myself as Doctor?
Well, Doc is a name, I think.
I won't introduce myself unless somebody directly
Okay.
asks.
I mean, Simon's not a terrible name. Am I right, Frank?
I will not go by Frank!
What if I take that? I'll be Frank. Let me be Frank.
How about Francis? Francis is a lovely name. I had an aunt named Francis.
Francis?
Francis is better than Frank.
I'll come up with something in the moment. It'll change every time somebody asks me.
That's a smart way of going about it, but then you'll have to remember who you said what name to.
Don't worry. I have excellent recall.
All right. Are we good to enter the town?
If you call me Nancy, I will kill you. You can just call me Ren.
I'm already dead, Nancy.
I'm sure that skull can be crushed.
All right. Shall we go?
Are breakable.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right, you guys enter the town and are greeted by the beautiful sight of wisteria blossoms blooming over the buildings. There's trees that are just kind of rustling in the wind as you see a beautiful plaza with 3 fountains that are just cascading gorgeously. So many people are just kind of like going about their day. The huge difference between this and Harkensboro. Harkensboro, everybody is walking with a purpose. Everybody is hardworking. They're doing something. Here, everybody's a little bit more chill. It's a little more lackadaisical. You see people just kind of eating grapes by the fountain. You see some people drawing, like painting the like backdrop of the town. You see like a tiefling bard. She's like reciting poetry to a little crowd of people. Yeah, a lot to see in this town. Beautiful kind of like pillars and architecture as well, as it leads into different areas.
Any of you guys ever been here before?
I have, but it really looks nothing like it used to. Just a lot of the buildings are kind of the same.
I've never been here. All I know is it's an artsy fartsy town and they like wine.
It's true, there's a vineyard.
Well, this was the port that I came in on, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have, but only briefly.
Okay.
I have not been here before in my life. It's a beautiful town.
Very pretty.
It truly is. Some things hold the test of time, it seems.
How is it old too?
Well, Erlenos is very old. The whole Morheim is very old. It's one of the oldest, kind of like developed civilizations, really.
And it's still here? Jeez.
Morheim?
Was it?
Yes, it is. We're standing on it, aren't we?
I mean,
Does
I
it,
know it's still here. but-
Yes. It is quite old.
Does it look the way you remember it, Barnaby?
Not quite. Some things have definitely changed, but a lot of the buildings still stand.
That must be comforting.
It's true,
Something.
Good craftsmanship.
indeed. And the wisteria always bloom around this time. Pause. Do wisteria bloom in fall?
No, they're spring, early summer.
Well,
They are now.
They
They're
are
content.
They are today.
now.
So, depending on what the weather is like in fall.
Botanists in
and
the
whatnot.
audience, get. I'm coming for you.
Whoa. I'm a botanist in the audience, and I don't like the energy coming off of this.
Hey,
I
man,
I
hear me
actually
out,
hate
buddy.
the energy in the studio. I hate it.
Whoa, buddy.
I'm just saying, when they usually bloom
Hey.
in spring, you can't stick them in fall. It doesn't work.
Me neither,
Just
But
dude.
doesn't work.
Me neither,
But
dude.
see, that means
Me neither, dude.
that they have to leave a comment to complain. So, you know, bad press is press.
It's true. Anyways, all right. You guys are in the Fountain Plaza.
I thought it was summer.
It is the middle,
Getting toward-
going towards the end of September.
Okay. Oh.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
I believe it was like the 24th when you received your marks.
Okay.
So it's been a few days.
That
It's
would
probably
be
like the
good to know.
26th. Yes, indeed.
Well,
So,
now here comes the question. How do we go about investigating this thing?
do we go to like a painting person? They said that they are broken down into paint usually. Malachite.
I'm sure there's plenty painting stores here in town.
Yeah. I
But
guess
why
let's look
would
for an
he
art
have
supply store
that?
or music.
Was this man
Uh,
a painter?
I don't think it was being used for painting, so we need to find what other uses it was being used for. So maybe we should start at like a gem shop or something like that.
I still think we should go with the pigment route, but I'm open to whatever.
Do you know
do
where yeah, we can do both. Do you know where a gym or paint shop is?
I wouldn't know. Everything's different.
There's somebody painting at this fountain.
Yes, indeed.
I'll go walk up to them.
All right, yeah.
That is a way to find out. I will follow.
All right, you see this okay, mind, come up with something. Okay, yeah. You walk up to this dwarven man. He's wearing a beret. He has a very fancy mustache. And he has like a pink highlight with like a braid on the side. And he's painting the landscape. It's all right.
Pardon me.
Oh, yes. How could I help you?
Yeah, where do you go buying art supplies here? Paints like that which you're using yourself?
Admiring the beauty of my painting, I see. You'll have to wait till it's finished. But if you go in town, there's plenty of stores.
Where's the closest one? Do you happen to know?
Well, I bought this one from a Barbara's Paints and Dyes. Just down the street and to the left.
Thank you so much.
Of
Yeah,
course.
beautiful-
And look for the
beautiful paint.
great artist, Laurelian.
I'll spread the word.
Yeah, he kind of gives you a mwah, mwah as you walk away.
Riley gives like a hit.
Keep
Walks
working. Keep
away.
working. It looks. Keep working.
Does the painting actually look great?
It looks all right.
I'll lead the way towards where they directed us
Yeah.
towards.
All right. You walk further
Barbara's
into...
shop.
Yes, as you're leaving, you hear a great applause from a little crowd that was watching the Tiefling Bard. And people start throwing coins at her. As you walk down into the town, to the left, and you see several stores in this kind of winding alleyway. The town itself on separate levels. This level itself is like a big curving kind of like street. You find the store with a sign outside, Barbara's Paints and Dyes.
Shall we?
After you.
All right. All right, then we'll go open the door.
All right. As you enter the store, you're greeted by the smell of musk and incense as you see several herbs kind of hanging from the ceilings. Paints are displayed in several rows, as well as different minerals and dyes are on display. It's a little bit of a, what's the word? It's like a mess, but it's put together at the same time, a structured mess. And you see a woman who's also a structured mess. She's got her hair in a little bit of a messy bun, and she's got like a little flower tucked behind her ear, some baby's breath on the other side too for some reason. And yeah, she's doing something behind the counter.
Quick question.
Sure.
What color is malachite? It's green.
It's green.
Green.
It is green.
Okay.
Riley will start by just looking around the shop and looking for malachite, anything with malachite ingredients, or just seeing if I can get some information just from the wares in the shop and how they might be labeled and so on.
Sure.
While she was doing that, I was gonna address the lady and be like, "Hey, I'm looking for like a green pigment. Would you be able to supply that?"
As you go up to the counter, she doesn't notice you until you start speaking. As she looks up from like what you can see, she's sketching something. Ah, hello, hello. How could I help you? Oh,
Hello,
green pigment.
Yes. I was looking for something of a painter to find something to use malachite. Do you have anything like malachite based?
Yes, I do have something like that. If you want to look at my display, there's plenty for you to see.
Okay. Can I like pick it up or?
She walks you over, and you see Riley standing there next to the pigments as well. Ah, this lovely lady has already found it. So this one is made from the malachite pigment, very expensive to get around here, but it's well worth the price.
Where does your malachite come from?
Ah, it comes from the
Like,
mountains.
is it local or?
Yeah, well, yes, it is from Morheim, but not from Erlenos.
Not from Elenos.
No, it is from the Krelvor Mountains. Lots of gems come from there.
When they are brought here, where are they taken? Like a jeweler?
Well,
Do they get them first?
we typically buy them from the caravan, straight from the source. So I get mine straight from a dealer. Why, are you in the market for gemstones? How romantic.
Something like that, yes.
I love it. Who is your one true beloved?
Oh, She's right here.
Oh, what a charming couple you
Wait.
make.
Do you look at Riley or at Helix?
Riley Redwood.
Oh,
Riley's
goodness.
jaw just drops.
Oh, she's
Yes.
She does not know how to respond to
she's
this.
speechless. Oh, the mark of young love. How I miss it so. I do remember my Sebastian. I do miss him.
Yes,
But
whatever you do,
love
in life,
lives
we're
on.
like that. Yeah, exactly. Like times 20
Beautiful.
for sure.
2 doves flying in the morning sun. I love it
Yes.
so much.
She's an artist, and her favorite color is green. You know, so
Is
I was
this
trying
true?
to. Yes, it's true.
Green is a beautiful color to go with the beautiful orange of your hair. I love it so much. Could I paint you? The two of you as a couple. Do you have time to pose?
I don't think that we have time today to pose. No. but
Then perhaps
maybe.
tomorrow?
How much do you pay your models?
Oh, I could pay you 2 silver if that's what you need. But you could keep the painting, of course, as a memory and a token of your love.
The-
Unfortunately, I think we got some business we gotta run to.
Oh,
Yes, big plans, big plans.
truly a shame. But I
Did
wish
you-
you all the best.
I'm very interested in learning how pigments are mixed. Do you sell the materials to mix pigments, or would you be willing to give us a little demonstration on how you mix malachite
Of
pigments?
course, my dear. I'd be so excited to do that for you. If you come over here, I could show you how I mix them. These are my raw pigments, but if you want a specific color, I can show you just how to do it.
I'd love to see how the green's mixed.
Absolutely. So, if I'm to take a malachite, I crush it up, and then I mix it with whatever other color that I want for the day. So I want a very greeny blue. I might take some lapis and mix it in with the malachite, and then you add whatever binding agent that you need.
Now I know that some gemstones, when they encounter different substances, they might release gases, like they could be dangerous. And I know that
Oh.
some spellcasters use different gems too. Do you know if malachite's used for anything else, or if there's anything I need to be careful with it about?
Oh, I am no spellcaster, my love, but I'm sure sometimes I do get a strange magical man in my store, so mysterious. But I know nothing of the spells themselves. Just the spell of love.
Blow up or anything, right?
Say again.
If you were to spill your drink on it, it's not gonna blow up.
Oh, never, my dear. I don't deal in caustic chemicals. Too dangerous. I would never want to hurt any of my patrons.
I was actually thinking of buying, my dear here, some malachite.
I see.
Would you know who I could get in contact with? Maybe
Sure.
to-
Also, that being said, be mindful of the lead. There's lots of lead in those. And mercury.
By the way, envy.
Yes.
Side note.
Yeah.
But malachite, at least I don't. Of course, fantasy world, like who knows? But malachite, I guess in real life, when it touches water, it releases chlorine gas.
Oh, does it really?
Yes.
Oh,
So I don't know
didn't
if that
I know that it's used in pigments, but I didn't.
pertaining to the story or what.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. So then forget that I said that. Don't worry about it.
Cool beans. Now the chat's gonna be like, yeah, chlorine gas is produced when it touches. So you specifically asked
Well,
water.
this
Mixing it with
lady,
pigments.
Maybe
specifically
this
said
lady
no
just
water.
doesn't know
yeah,
that. You
she
know
doesn't
what I mean?
know.
Yeah,
She's
She's
don't
never
know.
encountered it with water.
She's
Hell,
binding
that's
it with
oil.
like oils
Does
and things.
somebody want to bring
Yeah.
that up to her?
It's an oil paint. She only uses grapeseed oil. She'll
Yes.
never know.
Yeah, it's true.
Keep that away from water.
They used to use like egg whites a lot and like mixing paints and stuff, right? Like usually it was like a fat base, I want to say.
Probably. I have some knowledge of pigments and paints, but it's not crazy big.
Yeah,
Um,
I only know what's modernly used.
What is your question again to Barbara? Inari.
Do you have a malachite dealer that I might get in touch with?
Ah, you want my trade secrets, huh? Well, perhaps I could get you in contact with him, but he's not in town at the moment. I get my shipments once a month.
Once a month.
Indeed. You could always go straight to the source. I hear Krelvor is lovely this time of year. So romantic. I want to go to the mountains.
Well, do you know of any? So I know most of your malachites are for pigments. Do you know of
Indeed.
any place that turns them into rings, or maybe those magic uses that we were talking about?
Well, I suppose that in town there is a jeweler. You could go to the jewelers. If you're looking for that, it won't be crushed there.
Can you
Yeah.
point us to the jeweler?
Sure. You'll go down another level and then go to the right. That's my favorite jeweler. Tell them Barbara sent you.
All right, will do. Thank you so much, Barbara.
Hey, before we go, Barnaby, you said you wanted to come to the pigment store. Do you have any questions that we should ask before we go?
I think we really summed it up. I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
could
don't think she can.
maybe
help
we
us
should
much
buy
more.
some pigment and see if it
She
matches.
said it's expensive, and I don't know about you guys, but I only have 8 gold.
But how else can we compare it to
Wait,
what we got at the?
I have 1 less gold than I did
Well,
before.
I have.
Wait, me
Well,
too.
Here, okay. Before we go, I'll pull out my vial because I did collect a vial of the dust, and I'll just be like, before we go, just before I go, this is the same, right? Can you confirm that for me?
Let
Some
me
of this was
see.
left, and I just want to double check.
She uncorks the bottle and pours a little bit onto a petri dish and some of hers onto a petri dish. They do look very similar. It is certainly malachite.
Thank you very much.
Of course, my darling.
If they like kind of step away, I'll be like, I'll walk up to her and be like, what a beautiful couple. I didn't want to interrupt, but I did have a question. I'm working on a painting and I was previously in Harkonsborough, but the place where I normally get my paints was destroyed in an attack. And I wanted to know if maybe you sell paints to them, the B&L Trading Company?
Oh, you poor thing. Is that why you wear the mask? Because you're horribly disfigured from the
Yes,
attack.
the attack. The attack.
Oh, my heart goes out to you.
Unfortunately, my beautiful dragon face must be covered
A
now.
dragon face. Oh, marvelous. Oh, I wish to see it now, but I respect your privacy, but I'm sure you are
When
quite
Helen
beautiful.
says dragon face,
so
we'll
dumb.
step on her toe. Yeah.
So dumb.
Hey,
How
Nari,
beautiful.
Riley just like.
and I was like, what?
Once
I got too lost in the sauce.
Once on the Isle of Ceros, I rowed a canoe with a beautiful copper dragonborn once. His name was Carmichael. Sadly, he drowned that day.
Unfortunate.
Anyways.
Back to my inquiry.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Like, is there something? Did she push Carmichael?
All of her lovers are dead.
Like,
She said
for
one.
example,
She said
I
one.
believe every
Okay,
word
but then
she
what happened to Sebastian?
That's
What happened
every
to him?
single one
Ask
we
her.
heard of.
Ask her. You asked, did something about...
Do
did
they
she-
sell their paints to the B&L Trading Company?
Oh, I got you. The B&L Trading Company. I do not. I believe in small business. And so when things get branched out globally, it's just, there's no passion in it, my darling. There's no love. So no, it is not for me.
Okay, well, my search must continue then. I must find a very specific paint for my piece.
But I'm sure I have some paint that would be perfect for it. You just
It won't do.
No, please.
Goodbye.
Don't leave me, Carmichael. Okay.
Goodbye, Barbara. Goodbye.
Okay. You see her wipe a tear.
Oh,
See you later,
no.
Barbara. That was. Thank you for your help.
All right, you guys exit the paint store.
Hey, Helix.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool. It's a surprise they haven't got me already.
I don't know. I know it does look rather dragon-like, but if we can avoid as many details as possible,
They don't know what
dragons
kind
are.
of dragon. They don't know what kind.
They don't. They
She doesn't
don't.
know. She doesn't know I'm a
But
white
you
dragon.
look so cool
But-
there.
If you're
That
the
was
only
amazing.
dragonborn in this whole town,
Well, don't
I'm
yell
not
it.
the only one. Look,
Yours
there's
now.
a dancer over there with a ribbon dancer. That's a
there?
dragonborn.
is there?
That is true. She's quite marvelous. She has opalescent scales. That's gorgeous. Yes.
Are
Alexa, why
dragonborns
don't you
fairly
glow like that?
popular in this area?
Not
Or
at
like,
all.
are there?
Not at
okay,
all.
just that one.
Just that one. Just that one over there. She's having a good time.
Alex just spotted dragon.
There's plenty of them, see?
Yes, and
There's plenty of them.
I don't
maybe,
think
hear me out,
as are as
Alex.
common as you might think.
What if
So
we try to pin it on that Dragonborn? You know, we report her, and she takes the fall for whatever you did back home.
Yeah, I pull out my scalpel. We must disfigure her face.
What is wrong
Yes.
with you two?
What?
I think
We are not disfiguring anything.
Oh,
I-
right.
A for effort, but let's not bring any more authorities here than we need to. If we can get in and out without any of that, let's fly under the radar. Let's not
Yes.
make a damn beacon in the same town that we're at right now.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's just an idea.
So what are we going to ask the jeweler? What do we want to know about Malachite?
We're trying to figure out what it could have been used for in that room, right? We don't know why it was there. So that's why I was asking about spells or about if it could have been dangerous. I don't know if it was like a trap that they tried to lay that didn't work, or
Well,
maybe it was something
should
part of
we-
a spell that he used to get out of there. I don't know.
Are we trying to go? Well, I guess the jeweler might have some knowledge about it, but I don't think they will have knowledge about like magics and stuff like that.
Well, maybe we could find some sort of
Yeah,
I mean,
that's another
spell.
lead.
You're a spell person. Where do spell people go to buy spell things?
He
Mine's
does
in my
holy
body. I
magic.
just trap myself.
He would just go to a chapel.
Yeah.
Do
You
you
don't
know
have to
Barnaby?
buy things to use
I'm
your
no
magic?
wizard. This is it
Definitely.
emits from my body like
But
sweat.
aren't there things that all spellcasters need sometimes to,
Of
to use
course.
for things?
Well, even I know that.
I
even a
have
What are they
toddler.
called?
enough prepared.
What are they called?
Reagents?
Or
Components?
components.
Yes.
Yes.
I have components that I use for my spells.
So is Malachite a component for any spells?
I will have to
It could be
pray about it.
anything
but
could be
I
a
don't-
component. I mean, perhaps we should go to Port Harbor. I know that there's a magic
Maybe we could
school
learn-
there.
That's I feel like a little much. Isn't that far?
It's on the other side of Orlandos. But there is
Oh,
a magical
God.
Going all
school
the way over
there.
there.
Well, let's just try to
Hubris
find
also
maybe
has
like a magic
wizards.
shop.
All right.
But I do think that the jeweler's a good start because they
Yeah,
at least know more
that
about
was a
Malachite.
good idea. Yes, I was just asking. I just
They should
wanted
know
to
more
make
about the
sure
gem.
before we talk to another person and another
So we're
person
looking for the
sees
jeweler?
us.
Inari's
In a
right.
magic shop.
A game
so keep
plan
your
is
eyes peeled
smart.
for a magic shop. Or maybe if like we can find somebody doing magic, we can ask them.
Is that Dragonborn over there doing magic?
Oh, I think she's just dancing.
Oh,
She's
okay.
doing. I mean, the way she moves those ribbons might as well be magic, to be honest.
What's that?
That's
What's
I'm
that dance
entranced.
called? The honky tonk,
Hypnotizing.
badonka donk.
I
She's
don't.
making
I
perfect
heard
rhythm.
I
It
think
makes me want to
Popular
sing
dance
along.
here in the south.
that sounds like a cultural dance to your backwater Hawkinsboro, my dear.
I've never heard the
God.
basic Portuguese.
We would
It's
never do
Canada.
that. We would never do
Canada.
that in Lorigot. I'll tell you that much. The dances of
Fun.
Leicester are graceful and elegant.
Mm. You make your bones shake.
Absolutely not.
Oh my
Perhaps
God.
they did. I had skin then, so I wouldn't know.
Barnaby, what was that?
Your
that you
body's
said?
shaking, your bones shaking. I hate to break it to you.
What was that, Alex? I couldn't
was
hear
that
you of
you
a
said?
ruffian.
Yes. What was that you said that there were mages in Hubris?
Well, I mean, Hubris is the capital, so of course there's bound to be magic there. The king has a court wizard.
So they're just running around? What are they doing there?
What wizards do. They have libraries and things there, so I imagine they're studying. It's a huge town. It's a sprawling golden city.
All right. Well,
So I feel like this is a little bit more small fry. Maybe not quite as magical. But again, my knowledge is centuries old, so we'll see if it
Mine is
stands the test of
miles
time.
away, so
All right.
still, this is.
I only spent a few summers here. I'm not very familiar with Orlandos. But, you know, I did date a historian once, so...
really, what was that like?
Boring. Yes, it's like, enough about this history. Like, why do you just keep talking about the past, you know?
Yeah, I'm worried about the here and now. I'll be
Exactly.
freaking
They just
fast.
weren't in the moment.
Ugh.
Well, at least you found out what you don't like in a person.
It's true. It's quite a long list.
There was something else that was in Hubris that we wanted to look into as well. What was that? Was that
The
where
bandits who attacked us were from Hubris.
Ah,
Right,
yes.
that's it.
And that bandit camp is near there as well.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
between
one from the
Harkensboro and
fire.
Hubris. So maybe we can see about swinging around to Hubris next, because I think it's kind of east of here. And then we could go back north up to Harkensboro if we wanted to do like a little triangle and hit that bandit camp along the way.
Triangle is
But
my favorite
so-
shape.
I will say, Hubris,
strongest
you
one.
mentioned libraries, Barnaby?
Yes.
Like they,
As long as the Great
So-
Library is still there, yes, there is
the Great Library.
a bountiful library there, yes.
So, I don't know if we've forgotten, but we did get cursed with a mysterious artifact that we found deep in the temple in the Makari Wilds.
How could we
So-
have forgotten that? There's a
Something-
burning red circle on my head.
Yeah, mine's a
forgot
little
about
easier to
that.
forget. But something that could be interesting or helpful might be doing some research on the Makari Wilds and seeing if we can get some
Sure.
information what that temple might have been to or anything. Because right now we know nothing.
That's actually a great
So-
idea. Perhaps
I
we could learn about
certainly-
that princess.
Yes, and her kingdom.
Yes.
There are a great many things that I wanted to research in the library. Your condition, for one, Barnaby.
Oh
This
yeah.
mark that we have, and among other things.
It's very true.
So it
Well,
would be great.
I'd say we should look there, and if not there, there's also a very nice library in Poltava in the School of Magic. Although those are more magic-based tomes.
Your condition is magical, and also this mark is magical. So
My father was one of the faculty members of that school, so I did.
Maybe we
spend
could
some
pull
time
some
there.
name dropping.
I doubt it. We could try. I doubt they believe that I was his son at this point.
Maybe you could be like the great grandson.
We get
something
it.
like that.
If not, you can just blow them up with your magics.
That sounds like
Ah.
a terrible idea.
Problem
There are
Go to
Go to the
certainly
wizard
wards.
school.
Oh, speaking of bad ideas, an Ari, you can't throw that on me.
What? What?
It's
Oh,
not
you were
fair.
great in that.
Put me on the spot.
You made that
I was-
shopkeeper's day.
What? Yeah,
You
she
can
was
make-
happy. I felt bad.
You
about
hear
that.
light sobbing coming from inside the store.
I was trying to not talk as much as possible, and you just dragged me in. I was happy reading my little labels.
Yeah, but I was forgetting some of the things that we were supposed to be saying, so I saw you there, and I was
So
like,
if I
oh,
make you a list, will you not talk to me?
well, I guess I could keep reading the list, so I guess that makes sense.
Wait, can I have an excuse to not talk to you as well?
You already have one. I don't like you.
Really, I'm crushed.
You started it that time,
What were you
Barnaby. I don't want to hear
I'm-
it from you.
I'm being facetious, of course. I'm not crushed.
Thank you. All right, jeweler. We're looking for uses of malachite. Write it down.
Mhm.
Oh, wait,
Uses
hold
of
on, wait,
malachite.
hold on. He gets out his parchment.
Basically, anything malachite might be used for that isn't a paint pigment.
Gotcha.
Because we
Way
know
ahead
it was
of
not being used for paint there.
me.
And
They
also-
did not look green in there, no.
Ask them if they sell to the B&L Trading Company.
Yes,
We'll
that's
just see if
that
they
was
have
a very good question. That's a good one. So
see if
see,
there's a connection there.
the supplier's
That's why I
not
was
here
trying to
though.
go to the dealer.
So it was
The
powdered.
supplier.
So maybe the trick is who powders the malachite and who
Mhm.
sells the specifically powdered malachite. Do they grind it up themselves, the painters, or do they have to buy it pre-ground?
Well, it seemed like she was going to ground it in front of us.
Was
I think
when
the
she showed it to
store
us, was
person.
it already ground? Because when she put it in the petri dishes, I assumed it was the same.
Oh,
she
yeah.
sells it already ground.
Okay, do
Oh,
we know
okay.
if when she was giving us the demonstration, was she grinding full pieces or did she already have it pre-ground and was just mixing it?
She was grinding full pieces and she was showing you how to
Okay.
mix it. So she does have
Gotcha.
full
So
pieces.
she does so it is grindable by just normal mortar and pestle or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
So
don't want to go back in the shop and see if we can get a name of that supplier.
oh, did we not we didn't get the name, did we?
No.
She offered.
Okay, I will return to the shop. I open the door.
You see the woman head down on the countertop, sobbing.
Barbara, this is your chance to redeem yourself.
Oh, yes.
You would greatly improve my search if you would give me the name of your supplier so that I can get my specific paint.
Roll an intimidation check.
All right.
Goodness.
Intimidation. I got a +1. It's a 1. So a total 2. Of course, this is my nat 1. We need this information. I'm sick.
She
You
looks
have
up to you
the
and says,
lucky dice.
"Please,
You tune.
I cannot take it anymore. You remind me too much of him."
Carmichael.
My God, Michael! I told him not to go swimming after eating.
Okay. You're right, my love. It's me, Carmichael. I'm possessing this woman.
Make a deception with disadvantage.
What?
Because you just rolled a nat 1 on that intimidation, so... you are wild.
I think I'm paralyzed with laughter. I actually don't know if I can physically move my mouse to do this.
Sweet Lord.
In this moment.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Barbara. I really want those paints.
Get out of here! What is wrong with you? Can't you see I'm grieving?
Okay, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm sorry for ruining your day, and I leave.
You leave.
It's a bust. Somebody else will have to talk to her in 10 days.
Yeah, I think you were the only one who didn't talk to her.
All right. I don't want to go in there. You can hear us
Nice
sobbing.
Buy something if you have to, and then just ask.
Oh, so
if you
just
can...
my money.
Aren't you rich?
You have a sailboat.
I don't.
I didn't say you had to buy something expensive. Just pick out a
You
paintbrush
think I
or
just
something. I
walk
don't know.
around with the bounteous fortune of my family? No.
Mhm.
I have no way to access that either now. I don't.
You got
think.
like invisible pockets. I don't know what you keep in there.
Good lord. All right.
Fine, whatever you spend, keep the receipt and I will reimburse you. Now just go in there and buy
Get a
something.
paintbrush. Something cheap. 1 copper.
Suppose
nice.
I'll succumb to peer pressure. What am I trying to get from her exactly? Who this?
The
name of her supplier.
the supplier and when they will be back in town.
I hand him a list.
Very helpful.
Where did you learn to write, Inari? Okay. All right.
Ah, shut up. A farm.
Oh no.
Okay. An 11. Barnaby enters the door and knocks on the side of the door frame. Hello, madam. Seems you've begun to shed a tear. Yes? He walks further inside the store. What beautiful paints you have here. They're quite beautiful, such as you. You really think so? That is so charming. Oh, it has been so long since a beautiful man has graced my doors. What kind
Can
of
we
paints
hear
are
all
you
this
looking
from-
for?
He's at the doorway, right?
Make a
So we can hear
perception
that?
check, sure.
I
It's
might
hearing, right?
have a heart
Yeah.
attack and die. I'm just saying that right now. I'm laughing too hard.
16 for Inari.
17 for Riley.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you guys can hear him. Your ears are to the glass.
Riley to Nari
We're
and
all-
Felix go, well, at least she can't kill this one.
Kind of weird how smooth Barnaby is when he wants to be.
No.
He can only be smooth, he's just bone.
If I didn't know he was bald.
The kind of paints I'm looking for. I don't know if you have them here or not. They're quite specific. But I'm sure that we might have something that you need. What color were they? I'll do anything. Is that so? Anything, you say? Yes, please. Anything. Well, I'm looking for green pigments from Malachite. That is so strange. Everybody wants this. I need to buy more. Oh, really? Must be popular, just like you. Oh, stop it. Do you know where I could purchase just the pure Malachite? You see, I'm a researcher, if you will. I'm a professor. And, I need them for my studies. I'm gonna roll a deception check for him.
Come on, Barnaby, lay on the sauce.
Lay on the sauce! He is
I kind of
proficient
want-
in perception.
Him to buy my
Oh, it bounced on that 18! It
18!
bounced on that 18. It's okay, he has like
It
plus
sure
6.
did.
It's still good. It's still good. He has an 11. That was dunk dunk. It was stupid. Okay. A smart man, though, as well as charming. She kind of gives him a little tap and is like, oh, it's so sturdy. Well, I could tell you my supplier. His name is Torak, and he is a dwarven man from Krelfor, and he visits me once a month. But it's just platonic. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad to hear it. Well, what was your name? Barbara. I'm Simon. Charmed to meet you. I will be visiting you again when I get the chance. And could I buy a paintbrush? Oh, you could buy anything. How much is this? Oh, it's just 1 copper. Sorry. 1 copper it is. He buys the paintbrush and gets out of there. Playing 2 characters, I'm like losing my mind.
It was wonderful.
You having to
beautiful.
flirt with yourself is amazing.
It was wonderful. It was like the soaps.
I know, right? I'm sitting here popcorn.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, wait.
Good gracious.
Barnaby.
Barnaby comes out
I've got a
from
paintbrush.
outside. Riley is just like, oh, Barnaby, you're so sturdy.
Barnaby.
Shut up.
But seriously, I almost swooned. You're kind of suave, Barnaby.
Doctor, please, keep it to yourself. Here's your paintbrush. His name is Torg.
Thorg. Where's he from?
Krelvor.
Kreldvor. That's where the mountains are?
Yes, it's the northwestern area.
And she said, when will he be here next?
She's just said once a month. But this month is almost over, maybe the 1st.
Okay. How many days we got till then?
Probably about 5.
Alright, I don't know if we want to spend a week in this town, do we?
We can't stay still for that long if there are people.
I don't think so.
We're so well hidden, what do you mean?
Mhm.
I'm being facetious again, just to be
Yes,
clear.
I got
Dragon face!
Look,
Riley's having the time of her life, at least.
I'm not a professional wanted criminal, okay?
We-
I
Alright.
I don't know.
Those gods beg to differ.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing my best.
You're doing great,
Okay.
Doctor.
I think you're an admirable wanted criminal.
You're doing great.
Thank you,
You're
Inari.
doing quite fine. I think you're a better criminal than a horse rider, at least. It's a quite bumpy ride, just saying.
She's learning.
Yes, it's no wolf. If it was a
Yeah.
dire wolf, you would have a much better experience, Barnaby.
Sure.
Yeah, wolves have soft paws and horses have hooves. So I'm
Good,
sure it'd
good
be a
job,
little
Riley.
rougher.
That is true. Well, perhaps we should move on to the jeweler.
I hope a wolf.
I like my bones. He'd rather eat yours.
I'm sure one could be inclined.
I think that we've all gotten a little bit out of hand,
I
Barnaby.
think we need to calm
Sure.
down and
Calm down.
sit on our sides.
Riley will start walking off in the direction of the jewelers, muttering under her breath something about dogs eating bones.
Ah.
Follow her.
All right, we all do. You guys walk down another level closer towards. You can hear the sound of the coast washing onto the shore, as well as several boats and people shouting. And it's, although kind of chaotic, it's still beautiful. You walk over to a jewel shop. Just from outside, you can see the dazzling sparkles of the jewelry within.
Okay, we know what we're gonna ask. We've all got our lists.
Yep.
Somebody who's better at talking than I. Would you like to take the lead?
I'm volunteering Inari because I don't want to implicate myself again.
And I don't want to
Okay.
have to flirt with any more sobbing ladies, so I volunteer Inari.
Malachite, what it's used for? Where's your dealer? Do you sell to B&L Trading Company?
If they mention the same person, try to see if we can get an exact date on when they will be in town next.
Okay, and that person was Torrigan.
Torag?
Yeah, if they mention Torag the dwarf.
Torag.
I thought okay. The Torak or Torag?
Torag.
Torag, sorry.
Torag.
Torag.
You could say Torag.
All right, you got this, Inari. Please, maybe tap me on the shoulder before you pull me into the conversation if you really, really need help. But I need a heads up. And don't date me.
That's such a hard
I mean,
feat.
You mean like...
Apparently it is, all right?
That's true.
Apparently
That
it is.
baffles me.
Riley, do you mean for now, like in this situation, or do you mean
Just in general.
this definitely makes me not want to date you in any situation. So
Good. I
That's
feel
very
like our
good.
relationship is purely platonic, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I mean, I'm saying the same thing, but you could be more likable. Is all I'm saying.
It's nice to see this conversation on somebody else.
All right. Let's not say that.
All right,
anyone
let's
should
go
be-
in.
Being likable is not my strong suit. I have other things to offer. I'm pretty sure I'm not here to be the talker.
I feel that Riley is very likable, Inari. That was unfair.
Thank you, Helix.
Yes, it was unfair. The wolves would love to eat her.
Wolves would eat any of us, okay?
But
Riley
probably
will
her
just
more.
start toying with the wolf fang that's on her neck.
Okay. Who's walking inside?
I'm walking inside.
All right. You enter to see a beautiful store. Clearly, this is owned by somebody who's quite wealthy because it's lavishly decorated. And every piece of jewelry is within a glass kind of box. So everything is quite protected as well. You see an older man behind the desk. Welcome in, boy. Could I help
Hello. Do you have malachite?
you? Well, yes, I do. What a malachite.
Can I see your malachite? I'm very interested in purchasing malachite.
I like a man that knows what he's looking for. Well, if you look
And that
around
is
here...
malachite.
All right, then. I have malachite brooches and rings and bracelets and amulets.
Oh, I like. And are they just around?
Mhm. He's leading you and showing you the different kind of green gems he has.
Oh.
They're all quite fetching.
Wow, this is a very nice bracelet. Oh, how much does this fetch for? I wonder.
It's 300 gold.
300.
Indeed. Worth every bit.
Oh, and I can tell it's very nicely made, for sure.
You flatter me, sir.
I see this malachite is kind of it has that bluish kind of tint to it. Where do they mine this from?
They're all locally sourced from Krelvor.
Do you get these often? I as clearly I have a thing for malachite.
Make a persuasion
So-
check.
Persuasion. Oh. 24.
24? Yes, I get a shipment every once in a while.
I'm just interested in new malachite. I love malachite.
I
like to see
assure
it.
you that these are new pieces.
I like to see exclusive cuts though.
I see. A man who's
first
refined.
before anyone can else. Yes, I'm a collector of sorts.
He looks left and right. All right, follow me. He takes you into a back room where he has a smaller selection of really beautiful gems. Only 2 of them are malachite, and he shows you both. I see your eyes are a
These
little bit
are-
more refined, so perhaps I could
Yes.
show you these.
beautiful.
These are my reserve collection. Only
you
for
get
the
this-
uppermost clientele.
Yes. Yes, as a gentleman, I can definitely sympathize with that. That is great.
Yes. I think this green would be quite fetching with your Portesian attire.
Oh, how did... You are a well-cultured man.
I am
The
indeed.
spot of Portesian? Wow.
As one must be in this trade.
Are these all these malachite? Is this all from the same place? It's quite
Mostly.
beautiful.
Mostly, indeed. Yes. Some I've sourced from other countries when needed.
Does it all come from the same dealer? Or do you have to actually go there?
You're a very inquisitive man. I don't suppose you're going into the jeweling business yourself, trying to steal my secrets, eh?
Are you kidding? No. I'm a collector, as I have stated before.
Make another persuasion check.
Corporate espionage.
Oh,
A 24.
And it's a nat 20. I can't see your rolls.
it was a 19 again. 2 19s in a row.
Yeah,
Very nice. Okay.
I'm rolling good.
All right.
This is why we made a Nari go in.
I see. Well, if you really must know, I do business mostly with the local traders, but when I'm outsourcing to get to the really good stuff, I work with a trading company every now and again to receive shipments.
What trading company?
Oh, B&L, of course. They have the finest things you could buy. Such a good price, too.
Sorry, it kind of went quiet. So he gets them from B&L trading
Yeah.
company.
His nicer stuff, yes.
Oh, so
What
he's
does this mean?
he's buying it from them.
Yeah.
That's backwards.
I know! The trail did a loop-de-loop on us.
Well, now we know if the dealer that delivers to these two is also delivering to B&M, in addition to
Mhm.
others. We might. I don't know how this ties in.
I have no clue.
I'm scratching my whole head.
So do you see something that you like?
I am going to be honest with you, my friend. Nothing has caught my eye. You know when you come across a piece of jewelry that is it's the one, the next star of your collection.
You wound me, sir. Even my private collection doesn't catch the eye of you. This is a slap in the face.
I came all the way to Multhieris. When do you get your next shipment?
I get it in about a week at the beginning of the month.
Because I'm not saying these are crap pieces.
I surely hope you won't.
I love what I'm seeing, but I've just not spotted the one. I'm sure you can respect that as a cultured individual as yourself.
Make one last persuasion check.
It's just,
Battle of wits, I see.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Nice, very nice. You're right, sir. I respect your opinion, and perhaps I will have something that will interest you soon.
I will be here next week.
All right. And what was your name, sir?
My name is Frank.
Pleasure to meet you,
Frank.
Frank.
Yes.
Frank.
You know, my mother was crazy.
That's crazy. My name is Joffrey Jeffers.
Oh, well, that's a good one. That's a good name. I like that name.
Well, I've never met a kindred spirit before, but I will see you in a week.
Yes, you will. See you later.
Have a lovely
Good night.
time. You walk outside the store.
Just to be sure, his name is Joffrey Jeffrey or Joffrey Jeffer?
Jeffers.
Jeffers.
Joffrey.
Joffrey Jeffrey is pretty funny.
I think they're all terrible.
Yeah.
Frank, and
that's
Joffrey
what I
Jeffers.
heard.
I thought Alex was Frank now.
I told you I would make a new name every time I introduce myself to somebody. So if somebody asks,
Inari
I'll
is
tell them
just
it's
now
a thing.
walking outside.
how did it go?
It went good. I filled him in everything.
Okay.
What does this mean?
Joffrey
No.
Jeffers?
The trading company is a supplier too. So where
It
are they
was
getting their
awful.
malachite from? Directly from the source? Well, your jeweler said that they use them to get from off continent? Or are they also getting supplied by the same
When they were
people here?
dealing internationally? Is that correct?
I just don't understand. You used a fake name, but his was really Joffrey Jeffers. What's going on there?
We'll talk
Some
about
people's
this
parents hate them.
later.
All right.
I have no clue how this works. But yeah, I think he was right. Am I understanding that correctly? When he reaches out to BNL and buys from them, that's when he's like outsourcing, like
Mhm.
getting it off continent.
Correct.
Is that what he said?
So the trading company, and typically trading companies are like, kind of like a network of different, like not necessarily storefronts, but they provide and sell kind of globally.
Where does malachite come from besides Morheim? Where was the other continent? The lady mentioned it, and I can't remember.
She did not.
She didn't? Okay. She just said it comes from other places.
Yes.
Besides Morheim.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's our next question for the next. We'll look for the magic shop next and see if where else malachite comes from. Because if the trading company is getting it from out of continent, that might tell us more about maybe where they've gone if they've escaped the continent.
Yeah, if they have ties. Yeah, that makes sense.
Surely so.
All right, we'll wander and look for a magic shop, I guess, or somewhere where you would buy spellcasting components.
Mhm.
I suppose. All right. You guys look around town. Go ahead and make perception checks.
Okay.
Eyes or
Eyes.
okay.
I love that you have to ask.
Natural 20.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my god, it's two.
Two nat 20s.
I specialize.
And look what they are specialized.
So
Yeah.
Sonari.
You both, like eagles, find a kind of like smaller store. It's kind of in the back end of one of the streets. The kind of smell of like peppered spices come out, and like almost like a what's the word? Like a sulfury smell. There's definitely all types of strange little trinkets around this store. As many books. The walls are lined with bookshelves. You see tables with different displays. You see like dead animal parts in different places. It's very strange. It's kooky.
Oh.
And
So-
you don't see a shop owner right away. There's also like a balcony upstairs as well. There's like a balcony that looks over the desk underneath it.
I'll just go in and start like perusing the items, I guess, too, and just kind of seeing what they have. And
Sure.
I'll walk to the counter.
never been in a magic store before.
I think I'm very curious too, and I'm looking at all the
Yeah,
stuff in
I'm
here.
curious too.
Yeah.
I forgot. I start going to the counter, and then something catches my eye.
Okay.
and I just go towards it.
All right. Once you guys start looking at something and look back at the counter, you suddenly see a lady standing there.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to my store.
Oh.
We were,
We
interested in seeing if you had some spell components. We're looking for malachite.
You're in the right place. Malachite. Okay. All right. I do have a little bit. What kind of spells are you casting?
It's
Your
a
mic's cutting
confidential.
out a little bit, NB, at the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What kind of spell?
What type of spell are you looking for
It's
to use it
Confidential.
for? Confidential, eh?
for a private client.
I see. Well, the utmost secrecy is granted to you. The Malachite is just here. She waves her finger and the door behind her kind of opens. It's in my back room.
She's a magic lady. Invited me to her back room. All right, I'll go.
Are we a group right now?
Riley's
We're all in
wandering
the
off
store.
separate from you guys a little bit. She's keeping her distance a bit.
I'm gonna walk with Helix, if that's okay. Follow
This
her.
is my associate.
Yes, hello. I'm very new to magics, and I'm just interested in everything magics.
I see. A holy
My
magician you are.
apprentice.
Come on in. You're welcome here.
Thank you. This is so exciting.
I'm mad I'm posing as the wizard. I don't know if any magic. I don't know
literally
You
shit
said
about
you said
magic.
it's for a client, so you could just
Yeah.
be somebody's like personal assistant
It's
or
true.
something.
I'm a PA.
You guys walk in the back while Barnaby and Riley stay out in the store proper. Riley, make a perception check using eyes.
Ooh.
21.
You notice that the taxidermy animals that kind of are around the store, their eyes follow you everywhere you go.
Riley starts doing that thing that people do when they notice the cameras at like the supermarket are looking at them and starts doing the and like seeing if they fall.
What are you doing?
And I'll just point up at the eyes.
Do you have a problem with that stuffed elk?
They're watching us.
Okay.
Mr. Magic,
Is that supposed to be me?
start paying attention a little more because we're being watched.
I thoroughly pay attention. Those are stuffed animal heads. They have eyes that are made of glass.
And then look at that one's eyes as you walk on over there.
Am I supposed to be seeing something?
Just, I forgot you don't have eyes.
I can see.
Never mind.
All right, jumping to the back room. In the back room, you see several like filing cabinets, as well as more trinkets. And these ones are a little bit weird. You see like a glass jar filled with like a petrified baby. There's lots of weird things in this room. And she pulls open one of the file cabinets, pulls out a small bag of little malachite pieces.
Interesting. My client has very specific needs for this spell, and the components need to be of a certain variety.
I see.
Where do you source your malachite?
Trade secrets?
I see. We're both keeping things from each other. Well,
You're quite astute observation, my dear. The one
So-
who wears the mask hides the most.
What
just like
is-
this spell
Sorry.
is a secret. My identity is also a secret. And continue.
This is the most fun I've had all day.
I just was curious of what the malachite actually does. Like, what kind of spells is it used for?
You are quite new. Shall I suggest a book on spell casting?
Do you have one like specifically on malachite? That might be helpful.
No, but there are books on magical minerals and things of the sort.
Do you
But,
not sell any of those here?
of course I do. A small amount, though. More so for the intermediate to expert level casters, not so much the novice. Although I have plenty of curios for the normies alike. Well, malachite can be used in many different spells, but mostly those of the illusion and the necromancy types.
Illusion and necromancy. I do believe I've heard that before.
I'm sure you have, my dear. Well, shall you be interested in purchasing said malachite? For your...
Yes,
Go ahead.
if you cannot tell us your sources directly, perhaps you can tell me where you do not get your malachite. Do you do any business with the B&L Trading Company?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. I can persuade. I'm nice. 12, sorry.
Who's asking?
As I've already stated before, that's a secret.
I see. Well, my secretist mistress. I work with a lot of different sources, but most of the things I source myself. You see, most of these curios I sell from my own collection. I don't typically work with trading companies as they have no real use for magical goods.
I see. Well, specifically, our client didn't want any of their stock.
Good to know. So you'll be purchasing this then?
No. Like I said, we need to know specifically where the malachite is from, and since you won't divulge that information, we can't do business today.
I see. Well, then I suppose you're right.
Well, it was lovely to meet you, though.
So lovely. Charming.
I
even.
will take that book on Malachite on the way out, by the way.
Lovely. That'll just be 2 silver, my dear.
I will give you 3.
Oh, charming. As you press the silver into her hands, the book appears. There you are, my dear.
Oh, that's really cool. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, I
A
try
really
to
simple spell.
Well, actually, I'm wearing a mask. I am surprised, but because I'm wearing the mask, she can't see that.
She knows you are.
Damn.
Both of you make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, wait, jeez. Never be pausing.
Always be running. Charisma.
Saving throw?
Yes.
No.
How could this happen to me? I rolled a 4.
No, I rolled a 10.
You two have piqued my interest, I really must say. I wish I could have helped you more, but alas, secrets are in the way.
'Tis unfortunate.
Yes, it is. Well, I wish you all a lovely day. And should you ever need help, whether you be on the run or anything, I hope you remember who to call.
While
Okay.
Helix and Inari are like talking, I'll kind of walk near Barnaby and be like, "How are you feeling about a good cop, bad cop routine?
Good cop, bad cop? Well, I
You
mean,
be nice and I be mean.
sounds
little
natural
bit.
for you. I suppose we
Okay.
could give it a go.
Just follow my lead when Helix and Inari leave the store.
Are we staying in the store?
Me and you are, yes.
Okay, is your magical elk listening in on this conversation now?
They're watching us.
Right, it has ears too. You don't think it's listening? It has a mouth. Do you think it's going to talk to us?
Barnaby? My patience. 'Tis wearing thin.
Alright, let's try good cop, bad cop. What are we trying to get out of this?
Information.
What I need to know the plan, Riley.
Just follow my lead, okay? You're
Okay.
smart.
Well, thanks. Alright,
So when Helix and Inari start heading out the store, I'll lead Barnaby up to talk to the proprietor.
okay.
What are you not okay?
Just keep walking.
The shopkeeper's just standing at her desk.
Riley will like watch them leave. When the door is shut, turn to the shopkeeper and be like, "Hello,
Hello.
I'm looking for someone.
I know.
Yes, someone who I believe has to do business with the two who just left.
I
So,
see. Your friends.
no.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna wait for Barnaby to say something.
Well, you're gonna have to signal him he's following your lead.
I'll like turn and look at Barnaby.
Nope. Nope, we do. Well, you know, they might be our friends, but we just met, really. You know, they're more acquaintances. We prefer the term acquaintance. I see.
We're getting information from them. We're
Ah.
looking for who they are working for. The one looking for the Malachite.
I see. They're working.
We
for
found
them.
traces at an abandoned BNL trading company.
I heard.
Or do you have any information about what Malachite might be used for besides paint?
Well, it certainly is used for many magical practices, but
I had a few.
I must say that my information comes at a price.
How much?
Well, I do take coin, But if you don't have it, I do accept other things.
What you got in mind? I've been known to do a favor or two.
Perhaps you could give me something to add to my collection.
And I'll the taxidermy around the bones.
Oh no,
Is she like looking around? Is she waving at?
No, she's just looking right at you. I'm fully stocked up on those things. No, what I want is something a little bit more personal.
Like?
Perhaps something of yours, something like a finger, perhaps? Would you be willing to offer me that? Perhaps a lock of hair, even.
What are you looking to use this for?
Nothing
I don't
malicious,
usually...
I assure you.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Sure.
You're gonna give her your hair?
I mean, if it saves me some coin, Riley's pretty broke. That was a 14.
A 14? You can tell that this woman is doing something. It doesn't, you can't really tell if it's evil or good. She's kind of an enigma, but she has ulterior motives.
I'll think about it, and then I'll slide 3 silver across to her. How's that for a warm-up?
Well, I don't get out of the bed in the morning for 3 silver, I must assure you.
Just sell 3 books or a book for it, huh?
Okay, 3.
How would you know how much I sold it for?
I got ears. Much like you've got eyes, and I'll look around at the taxidermy.
I see you're quite perceptive, Riley Redwood. Well, perhaps I could share a little bit of information for you.
That'll be mighty kind of you.
Of course, my dear. Well, I do not do business with this B&L trading company, but I have heard in the winds that their owner is a little nefarious. That's none of my business. I think it goes a little bit deeper than what you're aware of. Much deeper, in fact. Even ancient. Should you want to know more? Just a lock of hair, my little beastie.
Riley will cut some hair and give it to her.
Lovely. She ties it in a sachet ribbon, and then it disappears. Very kind of you. Although a finger would have been better.
I'd like to keep those. Better for pulling triggers.
Understandable. Would so love to see that in action one day. Well,
maybe you will.
Come with me into the back. Barnaby's just standing there like, am I supposed to be good cop at some point? I don't know what I'm doing.
Riley sighs.
You both walk into the back.
Oh, right, Barnaby's coming too? Okay, cool.
Yes. He's following your lead. As you walk into the back, you go further past all of her file cabinets into her own private study, which is also quite odd. There's like a magical blanket laid over a desk. There's like crystal balls. It's very cool in here. You both sit down. The shades are drawn. She has her curtains, closing the window. It's very dark in here. As she kind of snaps her fingers and like green flames kind of evoke out of the candles. Now, what I'm going to tell you is quite secret, my dear. Do not tell anyone what you've heard. And I'll actually assure that you won't. She taps her nose. Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's a 4!
Why do we roll so bad against her? Oh.
Because the charisma throws.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This man that you're looking for is a part of an organization that is quite ancient, I assure you. Even older than you. She looks at Barnaby. But I do not have all of the secrets. What I do know is the man you're looking for is in hubris. And should you ever hear the name Losenthai, I suggest running, because they're no good.
Does that name ring any bells off the top of my
It
head?
sure does. The corpse of the bandit said it. Those who, those who meddle in their business don't typically live long. I can see it on your face. I don't know what I would do if I only had a year to live. But perhaps you'll find meaning in it. Who knows?
Maybe you'd start by finding some information.
It's a good idea. I want you to know, Riley Benwood, I am not your enemy. I'd like us to be friends. And I truly wish you the best. It seems your future is a little muddy at the moment. It could really go any way. That's up to you. What the is she talking about?
She knows.
Well, my lips are sealed as well, I'll have you know. Not a word from me. As I told your friend, I'm also quite full of secrets. But those are for
Appreciate
another
it.
day.
We all are, aren't we?
It's true. One can't go through life without collecting a few.
And I didn't catch your name.
My name, Valandra.
Thank you kindly, Valandra. It has been a pleasure.
Ah, but the pleasure is all mine. Watch out for the full moon. She sits back on her desk and folds her hands like this.
Riley will leave.
All right. You walk outside and see Helix and Inari standing there.
So, how did it go?
Did you go into her creepy back room?
None of that made any sense, but apparently she knows all of us.
Do I?
She knows
Can I,
everything?
can
What?
I even tell them? I don't know what was done to me. I guess.
So you can talk to them about it.
Okay. We know where he is. He's in hubris.
Okay, but how did she know about us? We were so careful.
She
Yeah.
knows a lot of things without
Maybe she can do the thing that I was doing.
maybe.
Reading the mind thing.
Maybe.
She seemed quite powerful.
Do we know
She's
that we
definitely somebody we want on our side.
do we know that we failed that charisma? Like, do we know she cast a spell on us or something?
Not yet.
Okay,
It hasn't been an hour.
gotcha. Well, she seemed very suspicious, but
People don't like being lied to, especially when they know it. And she knew.
I don't know, I didn't like her energy.
I liked
seemed,
it.
seemed all right to me. I don't know.
She was creepy and cold. What is wrong with you two?
Exactly.
I
Maybe she
have
was
respect
nicer
for
to you
somebody
two.
who knows what they know and isn't afraid to show it.
That
Yes.
makes no
Isn't afraid to
sense.
She
show
was
their
a
power.
no
Everybody
nonsense.
knows what they know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No.
She is strong and clever
Well, I'm
She's a
just concerned about
bookstop lady.
and definitely made us
situation.
aware.
I have a feeling she's more than that.
Certainly. There's definitely something going on there. But
mean,
like
she
I
did
said,
She did make
definitely
a book appear
somebody
in
we
the-
want to stay on good side of. So
Perhaps we should go to a barber next to help Riley with her new hairdo.
You cut your hair?
it was a trade.
You gave her your hair? Oh
Yeah, I mean
no.
I got a shit ton of it.
You know people can cast spells with people's
I'm
hair.
well aware, and Ari. Yeah, there's a good chance she's gonna know where I am.
Sometimes a deal with the devil is necessary.
I agree, and we know where Waylon is. He's in hubris. We've got a lot of leads towards hubris now.
yes.
I don't care about the devil. You just gave it to that creepy cold lady.
Exactly.
We're
I'm
all
already
gonna
gonna die
die.
in a year. What is she? Maybe she can bring me back.
That's actually a good point.
And then you'll be like,
What do I
Barnaby.
got to lose?
That sounds very pointed. What do you mean be
I
like
said
Barnaby?
your name. That's what I meant.
As if it was a
I
bad
could lose
thing.
a few pounds.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. It's just that's what
know,
you are.
you're
and
very
people
rude
just
today.
Like you. What?
Don't know where this has
Yeah.
come from.
Maybe we should go get you a meat pie, Nari. Are you feeling a little hungry?
I did see a tavern on the way over here.
Yes, I'm
I
hungry,
could
but
go
that has
for a
nothing to
drink.
do with anything.
I'm sure the taverns here are lovely and rife with gorgeous.
We should
gorgeous
go to the
people.
tavern
All right.
and
And
eat
then
something.
Multhieris?
You're not you when you're hungry, Inari.
Yeah. Hangry, yes.
I'm Betty White.
Well, I'm quite concerned with this woman who seems to be quite intelligent and powerful and magical in all ways,
Should
having this kind of information, but
The
don't
full
know that we can do anything about it.
It was a worthwhile trade.
Do you have
in
a
my
problem
opinion.
with
And
intelligent,
none of you
powerful
guys
women,
risked
Helix?
it. It was my decision.
That's true.
And
I respect
does-
it, Riley.
Thank you, Barnaby.
As someone
If
who doesn't have
anything-
hair,
Thank you, by the way, for saying literally nothing.
I was
the
following your
entire time.
lead. There was no
It worked
opening.
out.
There's no
but-
openings for me. I said something. That's a lie.
I mean, once I realized that she knew we were lying, it was
I
like, oh,
helped you
fuck.
with your
I
lie.
told the truth, but yes, you did help with the one lie. I
That's
appreciate that.
gracious.
I was hoping you would help with like all of them though. But
Give credit where
It's
credit is
alright.
due. Well, I didn't know where you were going.
I know, if I had more time to fill you in, I would have. But like, I knew that she knew more.
Well, it was
I
our
don't know.
first time
Feel-
being a duo, I suppose. It could have gone
We'll
quite
get better. I feel like we could do pretty good cop, bad cop kind of thing. You're a good sweet talker, and I'm not. So
Yes, the brains and the brawn. Well, perhaps we should journey out to somewhere else then, eh? Instead of talking in front of her store.
sounds like we need to find a tavern with some good food. How about that?
I agree. Except, oh, yeah, I can't eat it. All right. Well, I'm still
Well-
down to go.
We can pretend. Maybe we should put like a bag inside your rib cage so it catches the food. So
You
can eat
really
the
like to talk about shoving things inside of me.
whole-
I
And then we
really,
could save it and eat it later.
Especially my weapons.
very funny. Let us go. Let us go to the tavern, please. All right, let me pull up the tavern's information. Break time, break time.
Go into the bathroom real quick.
I actually love her so much.
Who, the magic lady?
The
She's
creepy
so
lady.
cool. I
Yeah,
want to
the
be her
creepy
best
lady.
friend.
I love her so much.
like-
When she talked to us, she was a sussy baka. When she
Yeah,
talked to you guys, she was like
she
this
was
cool.
threatening.
She
I was like,
this cool.
Yeah.
Like,
like,
I know everything, but that's not gonna stop me from being your friend.
she was just some shifty magic lady with us, but she was like like a freaking.
Because you guys are being
spirit.
shifty hoes walking in there like.
We didn't know she was the bippity boppity bitch.
Yeah,
okay?
we thought she was a magic shop
And
runner.
that's on you. That ain't her fault. The bibbity bobbity bitch.
I didn't know.
Oh my god.
I didn't know she was hot shit.
Somebody could have told us something. That's all I'm saying.
She could have been like, "Hey, you walked into my shop and I'm
Next
that
time-
bitch,"
Next
and then we
time,
would have known.
we should just
You
insight
guys-
as soon as the
You guys were
description comes.
hiding so much, so she was hiding so much. It was like as soon as she was given something, she opened up a lot more.
Every time we
Oh, that
walked
was
into
my
one of these
theory.
stores, we had a play. Okay, I just did a play. All right,
Yeah.
I just did a
Hey.
play.
We got the
Going into
information,
character.
right? We got the information we needed either way, so now we know.
For me, I was
Oh my
like,
God.
well, check that off the list. Check that off the list. We're done.
I just think it's so like Riley has like Henry and like Tieflin's running after her, but this one magic lady, she's like, I'll give you anything here. Here's my hair.
Okay, Evie, we gotta know. Is Valandra hot?
Of course.
With that voice,
She
has to be.
she's like a Lady Dimitrescu vibe. She's like mommy.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Mommy,
my
sorry.
God.
Mommy,
I'm
sorry.
going back in the store.
Interesting.
I must supplicate myself
She,
before her.
she is fully
Important.
fully goth mommy. Fully goth mommy.
Riley's like, I'll give you all my hair.
You're so dumb.
Bald mommy.
give you
We're
all
gonna-
my
we're all
hair.
gonna be bald.
Riley wins.
You don't have hair, Alex.
That's
Well, I have
Tails.
scales.
Ew, the tins are-
Apparently, they're not shiny, according to Barnaby, who has something to say about other people where he
That's-
doesn't even have skin.
You're the one that pointed. You're the one that pointed out That beautiful dragonborn lady over there who's just shining, and she's juggling now.
She's clearly wearing a glitter oil, okay? They don't look like that naturally.
Well, why don't you have scale oil?
A lot of people have commented that you would be a beautiful bag, so you can take that as much as
No.
I mean, people wouldn't want ugly skin for a bag.
That
What
is
kind of
true.
oil do I need to buy for you to glow, Helix? So you want to glow?
They probably
Hey,
sell
we
it
can
here.
do
If
something
you feel
shiny.
insecure about your scales
I can
dullness,
ask her.
I'm
I
sure
don't
there's.
Maybe we can
feel
get the paint.
insecure about
Excuse me,
it.
Dragonborn versus.
Perhaps I could try some on my bones as well. It would make me shine. It'd be lovely.
No.
But then you'd have to take off your mask so that we could see it, Barnaby.
I'm
I'm fully disguised right now. What do you mean? You couldn't even see my mask right now.
Mhm.
Is he full elf?
Yeah, he's been fully elven ever since you've been in the town.
Oh, I did not know.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how long it lasted.
Yeah, same.
I don't need glitter oil for my scales, okay? It's not practical for an adventurer. It needs to be washed off.
Yeah, but
and
if it's
there's
like
nowhere-
a nice...
Whatever you feel comfortable with, Helix. It's your decision.
It is
I
your
don't know.
decision, but it would be really lovely.
Barnaby, do you want me to wear glitter oil?
No, it'd probably make me
It
slip
might
off
make
the
you
horse.
feel good.
It's already hard enough to hold on.
Tie you on.
No, you will not. Do you think so?
Or we can leave you in the dirt. That's
well,
fine
Barnaby,
too.
If you want
Riley.
me to be a more glittering dragonborn, I could wear the glitter oil and you could ride with Riley.
No. Riley Jr. only is for Riley.
I agree with her.
I just imagine Barnaby like getting on Riley's horse and her being like, "Oh no!" And she like rears up and knocks him off.
out of
He's
control.
doing it. I don't know why. Oh
Oh my goodness gracious. Well,
You could probably ask Mr. Mistopheles, but I don't know. He gets cranky when there's more than one.
no! If you got so much rich boy money, why don't you buy your own horse?
I
We're in a town.
don't have that much money. I must have been robbed when I was dead, as I didn't have my clothings.
Speaking
Thankfully,
of
I
being
keep my
robbed,
money in my boots.
Speaking of being robbed, Barnaby,
Yes?
you slept through your watch and someone stole our
What?
money last night.
That's why
Impossible!
somebody stole
Barnaby, you
one
fell
gold.
asleep on watch.
I couldn't have done that. That doesn't sound like me.
The snoring was evidence enough,
I don't
as
snore.
was my lighter purse.
I thought I was just broke.
Well, that's
No.
probably already
I
true.
knew that one was missing.
I
Really?
would never sleep on the job. I'm a professional. I'll have you know.
Professional sleeper.
I definitely trust Helix more than I trust you. No offense, Barnaby.
Offense taken.
Kind of offense.
Yeah, well, it's taken. We're going to this bloody tavern.
Can we trust you to take watches on your own?
Yes. I'm sorry I fell
It felt
asleep.
like trust was a little given. And
It was an accident, Riley. It was an accident. Are you going to hold
Oh,
me
it
accountable
was a-
forever because I
Barnaby,
fell
it
asleep?
takes one accident for those
Barnaby.
pieces of gold to have been knives to our throat.
Barnaby, if you would like to switch and take first watch next time, that way you can sleep sooner. That can be arranged.
That sounds better.
Okay.
See,
So
this is
never-
problem solving. Thank you, Inari, for having a level head.
I'm Nari Pascal.
Yes.
Should we
It's
be
all
going
fun
to...
and games until they catch up to Helix, isn't it? Your
Well,
doctor.
All right, there's no
Who's
need to
helping
make
you,
me feel
not
worse.
the Phone bag anymore.
I already.
I still
feel
haven't
bad.
heard an apology.
Barnaby starts walking towards the tavern.
Ooh.
When can I kill him?
Uh,
I mean, he's
I,
already
you
dead.
know,
I'm gonna walk away.
I wonder how far his bones could stretch apart.
for scientific inquiry, maybe we should
We could
test it.
try.
But
That would
no,
be
don't
great.
kill Barnaby. He's been helpful. And, you know, I'm starting to like him when he's not being an ass.
I don't know.
Right now,
been
he's really
made
just
mighty
putting
good
his
hanging off
foot-
the backpack.
Okay, tromp, tromp, tromp.
Okay.
Tavern, tavern, tavern.
All right. You guys arrive at the Screaming Banshee Tavern. Yes. Quite different from the rest of the town. This tavern is filled with the riffraff. quite scrappy, and not so many artisans are here. You see several kind of hardy-looking, adventuring sorts drinking about, as well as a man with an eye patch behind the bar.
Drinks?
I'm in the mood, yes.
All right.
Barnaby says
And
nothing.
food.
Okay, Riley will go up to the bar. Y'all get a table.
I'm the best thing.
And I'll go up and be like, 3 of whatever you recommend to forget the day's troubles.
Aye. The man.
Aye.
Did you wink at him?
Make a make a charisma. Just roll a charisma roll.
Panthera winked. I don't know if Riley winked. I guess it is.
The knee-jerk A.
Oh, that was a 6 after my minus.
He glares at you for a second and then goes back,
I'm
spits
sorry.
in the
No, it
cups,
was funny.
and then wipes it down, fills it up with ale, and hands them to you. About a second word.
I'll scoop him up
All right.
and walk off. He didn't ask me to pay for them?
No, it's 4 copper.
Okay. I'll slide him just 4 copper.
Okay. He puts it in his pouch.
There's nobody else working the bar?
It's just one dude.
Okay. Is there like a waiter or anything else nearby? Anybody else who works at this establishment nearby?
Sure. You see, like a barmaid and kind of come out of like a back area and bring out different like flagons of ale to people.
As she walks by, I'll make a big show of giving her a silver, just as a random tip.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Keep checking at that table back there, please, if you don't mind.
I gotcha. She walks to the back. All right, you sit down with your drinks.
I'll hand them out. Courtesy of the gentleman at the bar.
Oh.
Thank you.
That sounds like I have a drink now, so thank you.
You're welcome.
I just realized I can't drink this because I don't want to take off my mask. Does
Can you
anybody
just
want to
tilt it?
through my leather mask? It's a full. It goes over my snout.
Like got a bottom? It doesn't just go over. Your jaw drops, right? Does it?
Not
It goes
through
underneath
the
your jaw?
mask.
Oh.
It covers your face. So
Yeah.
that you don't. If it was
I
open
don't
to
know
the
if your jaw
bottom
like went.
and you inhaled
Are
like
we staying
disease.
here for the night? In Multhieris. Yes, we're staying here.
For at least one night, I assume. We've been traveling. It's been what? It's probably at least midday, if not towards evening now, right? After all the shops we've been to. and all that.
Yes, it's probably about like 5 p.m.
Yeah,
Not later.
we're
And
really
this is-
staying tonight.
And this is a tavern that we're in, yeah.
This is a tavern, not an inn. There is an inn in town, but this isn't it.
Okay. Have we seen it though?
Yes,
Okay.
the Sleeping Sonnet Inn.
Okay. So we're staying here. We can probably get the inn. I saw one coming in town.
I think Helix, why don't you just take the seat that's facing towards like the wall, and then because you need to eat something.
I was gonna suggest maybe we could take food and we could go there.
We have rations. I can eat that when we go to sleep.
Rations? You're
It's
gonna have
fine.
plenty of rations when they're on the road. You need to eat something.
No, I don't want to risk it. Also, the last time I wasn't here wasn't.
You got the
amazing.
cloak. Why don't you just pull the cloak up? Well, you could face the direction that has the least amount of people. Pull that cloak up. Be alright.
It
I don't want
seems
to make
risky.
you feel awkward, but
That's
we
you,
need to
but-
eat.
Barnaby stands up without a word and just kind of stands at the side of you, Helix, to kind of block view of your face. As if he's kind of leaning on the chair. He whispers in your ear,
Barnaby,
"Go ahead and eat."
Barnaby. Thank you.
Speak,
Okay, yeah, I'll
don't
take off
speak
my-
of it, just eat.
I'll take it off. My heart is full of love.
Not for this bony skeleton man.
Inari ain't even paying attention. He's eating whatever's in front of him.
I didn't.
You guys did not order food.
Oh,
But
so-
I told the barmaid to come over, and I gave her that silver, so hopefully she'll make.
She comes
rounds
by.
soon.
I imagine your mask is on, but howdy y'all. What could I get you to eat? Do you want some food?
What's on the menu? What's the special?
Standard fare.
Well, honey, it ain't special if I'm being honest, but we got a kind of gruel, and we also have a roast. Either of those sound good to y'all?
Roast?
Roast sounds amazing.
3 roasts, please.
All right.
Well, actually,
Just
I'll
3?
take the gruel.
Gruel.
Okay.
All right.
Gruel will be working fine for me.
Don't you want anything, sir? I'm fine.
He's got a sensitive stomach.
All right. I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. She's gone for a while, then brings back your roast and your gruel.
I simply
Thanks,
wanted to
man.
try it. If we all got the roast, then we'd never know if the gruel was
But
particularly
listen
good.
to how it sounds.
I don't
Gruel,
think.
like gruel.
The-
And they're
That's the thing you want to
marketing
write.
it. They're marketing it as gruel.
I mean, I'm not familiar
Oh.
with the fare here, so
You don't
maybe...
have to. Listen to the name. Gruel.
Looking at the bowl in front of you, it's kind of a brownish gray, stodgy stew. There's lumps of what you assume is meat. It's not great, but it is not terrible. And if it just needs a little more salt.
Yeah, see, it's not bad. It's not bad. Hand me the salt, Inari.
Here you go.
All right. You just need to
This-
put some of that, and if we had
I need a
if we
lot
had
of that.
paprika, this would be amazing.
And you're gonna put that much salt on it, Helix. Make sure that you're staying hydrated.
I'll be all right.
Just the doctor.
Oh my god. Yeah, you
You all
you
right?
guys eat your food. Alex, when you finish, Barnaby sits down back at the table.
Yeah, and as he does, I'll put my mask back on, and as he does, I'll say, Barnaby, you might not have any organs, but you have a very big heart.
Thank you, Doctor. Barnaby is seeming a little moody.
We can call him Barney.
No.
You want us to call you Barney, Barnaby?
Scan it! You cannot scan them!
Gross.
Forever
The Barney song,
Barney.
guys.
This is Envy
you
talking,
remember?
saying absolutely not. Oh my! I used to be a
Hey,
huge
he
Barney
calls me
stan as a child.
Nancy? I can call him whatever I want.
The Fae called you Nancy.
So did Barbie just now.
Oh my
before
God.
we
Yeah,
came
You
on.
are
Barnaby
constantly
before-
threatening Barnaby. He's gonna do whatever he can to get you.
Well,
Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah, you guys finish your food. What would you like to do?
I guess.
definitely want to go
To the
somewhere. Yeah, we want to get a room for the night. Is there anything else that we want to do before the evening's up?
Not here. I think we checked off quite a few
We
boxes today in
had an
Multhieris.
efficient day.
Mhm.
In the corner, you can see several of the kind of adventuring ruffian types looking at this board. This kind of board
Riley
of
will definitely go check out the board.
Like a job board.
yeah, basically like a job board.
Bounties.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
several. There's 2 that are like prime, like the big boy ones. So one of them is there's a missing persons case at town, and the other one there is like an encampment that has been swarmed with goblins just outside of town.
I was worried it was gonna be me.
Person.
Ah! Not yet.
They don't know who is missing. Where are they from?
Okay, yeah. Do you want to pull that bounty down?
Yeah, I'll take them both if they're both.
Sure.
If there's copies.
Yeah, you take
I'm not
both of
gonna,
them.
like, snag it in front of somebody reading it. but
Yeah, totally.
I will take
You take both of the copies. So the one that's a missing persons one is looking for a girl named Elizabeth Fulcombe. It's the posting is by somebody named Maureen Fulcombe. And it says that it's very distressed and to find her at the what was it? Sorry. She's very distressed and to find her at the Somber Sonnet Inn, if need be.
What do you see here, guys? might have a job at the inn.
The other one is goblins have overrun a fortress out of town, and it needs to be handled as soon as possible.
Does it say what direction though?
Yep, it gives you the name of the fortress and where to mark it on your map.
Do I know where it is? Just off, like, is it in the direction of Harkensbros and in the direction of Hubris?
It's along the coast.
So kind of on the way to Hubris.
No,
Almost?
so it would be
Okay.
just continuing to go east, basically.
Oh, okay. So the east coast. So across, there's like a river, right? Or is it before the river?
So it's before the river. So the coast leads, and then there's a river that leads towards Hubris.
Mhm.
So technically, it is towards Hubris. It's just not going like
The
up
right
towards
way.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll head back to the table, and I'll put down the one with the missing person. Anybody wanting to head towards the inn?
Sure.
Alrighty. Could
Alright.
always do with a couple extra coins, and missing people is usually pretty easy.
Okay. You guys all head out of the tavern. The streets are getting a little darker now as you see kind of like lanterns start to light up, which just reflect on the beautiful kind of silver cobblestones of Multhieris. The flowers and the trees all just kind of gently waving in the wind as the sweet floral smells pervade the air. You make your way towards the Somber Sonnet Inn. I keep forgetting. And once you enter, you see several artists all just about this kind of like foyer area. Some are painting, some are writing poetry. They're all, just kind of hanging out in this area. The mood is very somber. And you see
Hold on. Just like the sonnet.
it's true. Okay. You see a human woman behind the bar with blonde hair that's kind of like, and several decorative braids that kind of turn into a bun in the back as well, who seems to be writing in a logbook.
I will approach.
All right. Greetings. Welcome to the Somber Sonnet Inn. Could I get you a room?
Yes, I believe that. Are we thinking individual rooms, 2 rooms, 3 rooms?
How many
rooms are we
beds?
Well, I'll be honest, I really don't have very much available at the moment. I maybe have 1 room to spare.
Okay, just 1 will work. Is that okay with you all?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sounds fine to me.
We could go camp outside if you want. Yes, 1 room will be fine.
Oh, lovely. Well, it'll just be 1 silver for the night.
All right, no problem.
I
You
can
said
cover
you're-
it, Inori.
Oh, if you do not mind, then sure.
Yeah, I'll push the silver because, Riley paid for the drinks or whatever. Just trying to keep it balanced,
She looks at Riley. Do mind yourself while you're in town, please. Things are a little off as of late.
Can I do an insight check to see what she means by that, or why she's pointedly saying
Sure.
that at me? 13.
As you look at her when she says that, you see a worried gleam in her eye, as if something is bothering her. And when she looks at you, there's a sense of, the sense of worry, basically.
What's going on?
Don't mind me. Just mind yourselves at night. Things haven't been quite as safe, is all. But the room will suit you well. It's warm, and sadly I don't have very many blankets to go around. A lot of the artists can't afford to stay anywhere, so I let them stay here. It's not a very sound business practice, I know, but
That's very nice of you to be doing that.
thank you. I was once an artist myself, although it didn't work out. So I like to provide a space for them.
Do you know where Maureen Fulcrum might be?
You see a look of slight panic on her face. Oh, I believe that was the mother. She isn't here at the moment. She's gone home out of town. But she'll be back soon, I think she said. What?
You know where their home is out of town?
Oh, no, I do not know where she lives. Are you asking because of the missing person posting?
I'll pull it out of my pack and wave it and just tuck it back in.
I see. So you mean to help?
Mm-hmm. Always willing to help if there's corn involved.
It's not just her that's going missing. Several of
Oh,
the
yeah?
girls have gone missing. I do not know what's going on.
How old are they?
They vary in age, but quite young. Anywhere from 18 to 26. A lot of them have stayed at my inn, and so I blame myself, partially. I do my best to take care of the girls, but
You mean that they've been disappearing from the rooms?
I don't know where they go. It keeps me up at night. I don't know.
Would you say in particular that the people who are missing are travelers?
A lot of them are. They're not native to Multhieris.
Are
Is
they
that
all
why you told
artists?
me to watch out?
Yes. I just couldn't bear to see another young girl lost.
Well, don't you worry. I can handle myself just fine.
I'm sure you are. I meant no harm by it.
Any other information you got about these missing girls? Anybody that they were hanging out around or who might have been watching them?
You said that that you give artist homes. Were they artists?
Most of them were artists, yes. I don't know all the girls, but I do know Elizabeth. She stayed here for quite some time.
She was living here?
Yes. At the behest of her mother, mind you. And I got quite a scolding from her mother when she finally came to town.
Why was she living here? They live pretty close to town?
Her mother isn't quite close. She's just off the coast in a small cottage. She wasn't supportive of Elizabeth's art, so she ran away.
And then went missing.
Indeed.
And you sure Elizabeth wasn't talking to any boys or anything, or anybody who might have swept her off her feet?
I'm no mother to these
Usually the
girls.
case.
I don't fool myself. While I do provide respite, I try not to meddle in their lives too much, aside from making sure that they have a place to stay. But perhaps you
If
could
you
talk.
had a ballpark, do you know how many girls are missing?
I think at least 4. And Elizabeth is the newest. She's been gone for at least 2 weeks now.
Were there any other similarities between them, like their hair color or, were they all human?
No, I don't think they were all human. But they were all young maidens. Perhaps you could speak to Alora about it. She was very close with Elizabeth.
Can we find Laura?
She typically is here painting. But she might be at the gallery tonight.
Is she here now? Could you point her out to us?
It looks like she's not here. She must be at the gallery.
At the gallery. And where would the gallery be?
It's further in town by the Fountain Plaza.
Does Alora stay here as well?
She does indeed.
If she comes back tonight, if we don't find her first, would you mind when she comes and checks in asking her to go knock on our door? That we have some questions about Elizabeth. We'd like to help her out.
I suppose I could, but be gentle. She's also grieving as well.
Of course, of course. We're here to help. Like I said.
I trust you. I hope the room suits you well, and that you remain safe.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And I'm Lorelei, by the way, if you need anything.
Thank you, Lorelei.
You see her eyes grow a little glassy from holding back tears as you all head out of the lobby.
What do you guys think? Do you guys want to... We probably want to head up to our room as soon as possible so you can actually relax a bit, right, Helix?
Well, there is something I wanted to talk to you all about when we were all together, and I didn't want to do it in the midst of the city.
Yeah. So why don't we head up to the room then? Somewhere a
Oh,
little more
yeah.
private.
Is something the matter, Helix?
Well, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let's wait till we get to the room.
All right. You guys head upstairs to your one-bedroom room. There is only one bed, but there are several pillows and blankets. The room is quite cushy and soft. And there's paintings
Does this
everywhere.
room have a window or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
It overlooks the
We can
harbor.
snuggle.
Can I look out the window?
Snuggle puddle.
Yes.
Can I
Is
look
it pretty
out the
bright
window?
outside? Like, is the moon getting full?
The moon is not. It's probably about like a gibbous. It's
Okay.
it's getting there. And it's bright. It's the moon is quite shiny. But it's it's still sundown.
Moonlight
Can I
over the
look
water
out
is
the
always one of my
window?
favorite things.
And see if anybody's out there.
Sure. Yeah, looking out,
They're
you see
walking
several people making merry and drinking and just roaming about
Nobody
the
seems
streets.
to be like watching or anything like that.
Watching what?
Us or
Looking in.
or
No.
looking suspicious.
No.
Yeah.
There's no
okay.
cloak and
I assume
dagger.
there's curtains, right? So we
Yes.
could close the curtains if we
Mhm.
want to.
Indeed.
I'll close the shutters or
Yes,
curtains.
yes. Close the shutters. Pull the curtains.
Do
Lock the door tight.
Lock the door.
What's going
Cast
on?
silence.
Riley will just like grab a pillow and like plop on the floor.
All right.
Well, as you all know, I got a letter from my teacher, and I was quite upset by it. It was worded strongly, and he marked himself as my enemy. But I looked at it closer, and I think there was a coded message. I was able to decode it, and I saw that it said that I should go to Hubris, and that he would help me, and that I should meet him at the Hopper Inn.
This is great
So
news.
There's definitely lots of signs pointing to Hubris. However,
What if it's a trap?
exactly, I'm worried that it could be
Yeah.
a trap.
How? I know you were pretty heartbroken, Helix, when this initial letter went through and you thought your mentor had turned on you.
Mm-hmm.
But how much do you trust this person?
Well, I mean, he always seemed sensible and realistic, and I want to believe that he wants to help me, but I don't know. Can I insight check?
Yes.
I don't know. Is this sort of like a
Yes, a past tense insight
past
check.
tense insight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he seem like the type to betray me?
I'll say you can make it with advantage.
Oh, okay. Coolio, Hotman, I need it.
Flameo out, man.
Okay, that's 22.
You know that while Healer Sinan could be a little stern and rough around the edges, a lot of times being very, practically minded and grounded, like he wasn't about all the fluff, and a lot of times he was quite hard on you. But you kind of felt like he always kind of looked at you as like a pseudo daughter figure. Like he definitely was kind of like, there was a warmth there in spite of everything else. And after you became his only student, you could feel that you kind of fell into a closer bond with each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just don't think he's the type. At least not to betray me. But it's possible.
mean,
and I'm
I
worried
wouldn't
about that.
betray you, so.
And Helix, I know we haven't really pried, and of course, you are more than welcome to say no. But why are these people looking for you? Why would your mentor betray you in the first place? Like, what? Maybe we can help more if we understand.
I imagine she
Wait.
doesn't want us to press her.
Whenever, if it comes to a point.
Of course,
that-
like,
yeah.
just say no, and I won't bring it up
Yeah.
again.
You
but-
all are putting yourselves in danger. And I understand that. And you should know why. I don't think that they would hurt you. I think they would just try to get me. But, there's crossfire. That could happen. They're after me because they think that I killed the king of Wisdom, and I didn't do that. So,
King of Wisdom?
so
A
yeah.
king?
Mistrum has a king.
How
And he's dead.
that?
Is
But I
he a
didn't do it.
king of like a lot of people? Or
That's
king
a
of, like,
royal
only-
crime.
That's a
yeah,
real
that's why
one.
they're so
How big is
persistent.
Westrom?
It's quite big.
That's why
It's
they're
really big.
persistent, and they've traveled so far to find me. But until I can clear my name, I just want to lay low until I can clear my name. I didn't do that.
So what were you doing with the king that got you close enough to think that they thought you murdered him?
Well, he was quite sick, and I was trying to heal him.
So he died from the sickness, and then they're blaming
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Why would they do that?
But they knew he was sick, right?
So
That's
you
all
were the
circus-
king's physician? How
No,
did you?
But I was trying to help.
Did you do that scary pressure point kind of healing that you do?
The needles?
That's probably
those
why
are a little
They
scary.
thought you
Maybe.
killed him. That looks crazy.
My methods are unorthodox, but they wouldn't.
I mean, if
kill
you
him.
paid for it,
I mean, I
That's
believe
part
you.
of the
If you
risk,
not
right?
kill him, then that's fine. But I could
Yes.
see why somebody might think, looking at that, why they might think you killed him. Is all I'm saying.
There was certainly a misunderstanding, and I
Yes,
was
that's
blamed
the
for
word.
his death.
Mhm,
well, that's
mhm.
some deep shit.
It is absolutely. It's royal shit. Well,
Thank you for trusting us enough to tell
Maybe
us,
you should
Alex.
tell them about the mark because it's like, just let me live my life. It's not that much left.
I don't know if
I-
that's gonna work.
I've already been sentenced to death.
Oh! That name again. What is it?
The Losentai?
Oh
Gesundheit.
yes.
The lady at the shop said it again. She said, if you hear that name, run.
Well, we heard it, so should we be running?
We're already on the run.
Yes,
It was
exactly.
half
The bandits
serious
said
about
it.
Should
The
we?
bandits
Because
said it. It has to do with Wayland somehow. I don't know
Yes.
what, but maybe we can find some more information. I think she was more of saying if more bandits are talking about it, that's probably not a fight we want to take. But I don't know.
why does
But-
the magic shop lady know about it?
She
it
knew
Full
everything,
of
Inari.
secrets.
She knew my name. She
So
knew what we were
name?
doing. She knew all of it. She knew you guys too, I'm sure. She was just playing along.
That's
She
disturbing.
knew a
Can
lot of
she
things
do-
that I did not
Maybe
tell
she
her.
read your mind.
Exactly. Maybe she can do what you can do, Inari.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a possibility, I guess, but I thought we would. I don't know. I don't
Would
know.
I know if that's what it felt like, or would they know? Would they?
Could
I
we
mean, I've
feel
read
when
their
Inari
mind.
was
Yeah.
reading?
Does it feel the
us?
same?
You couldn't feel when Inari was reading you.
Okay.
No.
We just knew because you told us.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say because an hour has well gone by, the spell has ended. You were not charmed, so you don't feel as though as you do when a charm ends. But you definitely feel like some type of magic was cast upon you. Although without a detect magic spell at the time, you wouldn't be able to tell.
I should always
That's
cast
something
that.
to us.
Dang it! When you go into a magic shop, cast detect magic. It's the first thing they teach. you.
Wouldn't everything just light up on the radar and make your mind explode?
be a little
It would be
overwhelming,
pretty
right?
blinding. I mean, I didn't try it. I mean,
Oh, the eyes and all the taxidermy in her shop were magic. They were looking at us. They
Duh.
were watching
Us?
us.
Here we go again.
That's what I was trying to tell you, Barnaby. They were magic. I don't need your bullshit right now.
All right,
Were they
I believe
moving?
you, Riley.
Yes, the eyes would follow you.
oh,
Well,
Like
That
they were on
woman-
watch.
that
Like
woman
definitely
certainly-
enchanted. After all the shit the lady was doing, you gotta believe that.
well, there are spells to see through things, so that makes sense.
Interesting.
Regardless, she disturbed me, and we should avoid her.
I never
She
want to
knows
talk to
much.
that.
We
lady
need to
again.
bring her a big old bouquet of flowers and be her best friend. Because
Yes.
damn, she knows some shit.
I do think she could be useful to us in the future.
But are
We'll
we
have to-
useful to
it's-
her in the future? I
Exactly.
don't know if I want to be on the
gotta
other
make
side
sure
of
that-
that.
It would
She
probably come at a
is.
price.
She very much likes body pieces. So maybe if we get some important people's fingers, she would be very
Like
inclined
the
for
king
that.
of Westerham.
Or their hair. Yeah, the king of Westrom. Maybe
know.
this Wayland feller. We can get a piece
I'm
of his
sorry,
hair.
that
I
was
bet she'd be
insensitive. I
all
felt
over
you.
that shit.
Sensitive. I apologize.
Unfortunately, he is very much dead.
Oh, right. You don't have like a piece of his hair, do you?
Certainly not.
People
Okay.
don't just
Just asking.
rip out their hair and give it to
I don't know
people.
if you had it for
I think
medical
that
purposes.
in that moment, if I had been ripping hair off of the king's corpse, I would
don't
not
know.
be before you, okay? They would have killed me on sight.
Hear me out. I don't know what kind of medical tests you need to run on someone when they're sick. Maybe you take hair, maybe you take blood. That seems like it would be a pretty
Blood.
normal thing to me.
Blood is normal.
Okay.
And
You don't have a vial of his blood, do you? 'Cause she
I
might be
mean,
interested.
I have these
Riley, I think this
leeches.
line of questioning is a little inappropriate.
What?
I think this line of questioning is a bit inappropriate, don't you?
What do you mean inappropriate?
Clearly she's
How is this
distressed.
inappropriate? Oh.
Clearly she's distressed, and you're
Well,
really prying. She just opened up to us about it.
I will respect any boundaries that are put into place when they are put into place. Until then, I will continue my questions.
Well,
I don't-
I won't speak for
I-
Helix, but
It's all right, Barnaby.
If
She's
you
just-
become uncomfortable at any time, feel free to say no. As I've said before, I will respect that.
She's curious, and it's okay to be curious. It's something that they teach us when you're learning medicine. But
Barnaby
no,
looks
I
out the
don't have-
window.
I don't have his blood. I have leeches, but they've long since digested the blood. But I would have used.
Wait, how do you?
You have
You
the
just got
same
him right
leeches
now?
from him?
Can I see him?
You want me to leech? Are you sick? Do you have a blood disease?
What do they?
These
Do
do
you
not
just got
need
these
to-
little blood worms in your bag? Where? How do you keep
Yes.
them alive?
Well, they're in a sauce, a special
Sauce?
leech juice.
Like a blood sauce so they can eat?
No, they live in swamps. I make it special.
Oh. What do you feed them?
like a terrarium.
They
Leech juice. They're in a sauce.
I don't know the technical term.
Oh my god! That isn't it! Ah, ew!
Leech juice! A leech sauce!
That's
A lot of
disgusting!
time they drink blood.
Oh my god.
do you? How often do you have to feed them?
Well, I mean, just like anything, they need sustenance.
So will they just like wither away if you don't bleed for them?
Yes.
Do
but,
you bleed for them?
I mean, if I have to.
And you say these things heal people?
Isn't
Yes.
it? You know, sometimes you have to clean out your blood. It's a thing,
Yes.
probably.
Clean out your
People-
blood?
It's a thing, I'm sure. I don't know.
I mean,
It's one of
my blood does a lot of shit, but I haven't seen it clean anything.
it's one of the main systems of the body. There can be disease that corrupts the blood, and sometimes leeching can be an effective treatment.
Your body usually cleans the blood itself, but if
What
you
kind
you're
of
not
diseases
doing
do
well.
the leeches cure?
I'm pretty sure your body can cure it, but the leeches help.
It
I
is at
mean,
this
blood-
point that you hear a knock, knock,
Oh.
knock at the door.
Ooh.
And is at this
Riley
point that
roll.
we're going to end tonight's session.
no!
Thank goodness I don't actually know how people use leeches.
It's for bloodletting, and they.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
I know technically.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
they
yeah.
were asking me like
They
deep
thought
questions.
draining
I'm
the
sorry.
blood. They thought draining the
Yeah, yeah.
blood helped to like remove the negative
Yeah.
humors.
Energy.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
You can have bad blood and you have to get rid of it.
yeah.
I know that.
Riley, as somebody whose magic is in her blood, is very interested in things that suck blood and bad blood. So I'm sorry if I threw you off, but be
No,
prepared
I
for
mean, I was
more.
like, I'll keep making up bullshit. I don't care.
It's like, oh no!
This is what we just do in this world.
Oh
You
my
know,
god. I mean,
like that's the common knowledge of wisdom.
oh my god. I love the lore drops. Well, thank you all at home for watching and or listening and enjoying this lovely session today. Again, my name was Envy Wild, and I'm so grateful for all of you at home, and also for my lovely players down here. I'd like to go ahead and reintroduce you to them, starting with the effervescent Pyronaynia.
Once again, I'm Pyronaynia, and thank you so much for watching. This was an awesome session.
And I am Chantilly. Again, thanks for being here. It's fun. Never going around here.
And I'm Panthera. See y'all next week.
Thank you all so much again. And we will see you guys again next Wednesday, either on YouTube or Twitch or podcast. You can also follow us on TikTok or join my Discord, the Rose Room, if you'd like to chat about the sessions with each other. We post fan art. It's a fun place. But yeah, thank you all again, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Can I get some water?
Yes, my dear, of course you can.
I'm
No,
so
you
phlegmy.
have to go it dry and raw.
Okay.
Dehydrate yourself.
You must be parched.
You must be parched. You must be parched.
To pass this gate, you must be parched.
Those lips must be
Intro
crusty.
is on hard mode.
I've been parched.
Yeah, imagine like a witch gives you an effect like you don't really feel any different except your throat is dry.
And you
That's
just
the
had
worst
a salty
curse.
pretzel.
Oh no.
Or that's expert.
Or you just ate a peanut butter
Pretzel added
sandwich.
Oh.
That's critical, crazy mode. Okay.